Hello everyone and welcome along to the Sports Corner Live. We are back once again for another watch along on the YouTube channel. I know I am so nervous. We've got a South Yorkshire derby on our hands tonight as Rotherham take on Sheffield Wednesday from Hillsborough. Let's not forget, Wednesday the home team tonight. And joining me for this game, which is about to kick off in a minute or two, I'm delighted to say tonight I'm joined by Sheffield Wednesday fan Will. How are we doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, mate. How are you?
Nervous. Very, very nervous. With this being a derby and two clubs we're very fond and we care about, it's nerve-wracking tonight, isn't it, as a fan?
It's nerve-wracking because, like you say, not only is it a derby, but it also means so much in the grand scheme of things in terms of the table. You know, they're both next to each other. I know they've both got a few games down on the teams above, but you really feel like tonight it is a must-win for both sides. It's such an important game.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to quickly go through the lineups just before we start tonight. How are we doing, James, as always? Good to see you, buddy. Let's go through the teams very quickly. Now, home side tonight, Sheffield Wednesday. First time we're going to see Darren Moore in charge of the club. I think they're playing a 4-3-3 tonight. Could also be a 4-4-2. Joe Wildsmith, he's in goal. Back four of Liam Palmer, Tom Lees, Julian Borner, and Matt Penny. That is definitely the back four tonight. Now, it could be a midfield four, could be midfield three. I think, personally, it's a 4-3-3. Hutchinson, Shaw, and Barry Bannon as the three midfielders. With Adam Reach as left winger, Callum Patterson as a right striker, and Windass as a right winger. Could also be a 4-4-2, which sees Windass and Patterson together, with Reach as a left mid and Barry Bannon as a right mid. In terms of the bench, few players on there. They've got likes of Jack Marriott, Jordan Rhodes, Kachunga, Kadeem Harris. That could all come on in this game tonight as well. As for Rotherham United, to be honest with you, I've got no idea what we're playing tonight. It says a 3-5-2 on Google, but to be honest with you, I personally think it's a 4-4-1-1. Victor Hansen is in goal, back four of Ben Wiles, Angus MacDonald, Wes Harding, and Matthew Olasunde. Technically, if it's a five midfield, then it would be Giles, Crooks, Wing, Barlaser, Joseph Soon, and then Smith up top. But I think it's a 4-4-1-1. Giles as a left mid, Joseph Zoon as a right mid, with Crooks and Wings as the two midfielders. Barlaser just in behind Michael Smith, who's up top. And then on the bench tonight, very depleted for Rotherham, McDonald, Hurst, Ladapo, Kieran Sadlier, Clark, and Jamal Blackman are the only substitutes. A lot of players out with injuries and other things like that. But, I mean, the game's kicked off already, Will. What's your prediction for tonight? Because it's a nervy one.
Yeah, it is a very nervy one. I think both sides are very, very equal, to be honest with you. Not in, like, even form, they're equal, but like, even I can see both teams being very, very equal. And we know derbies, no matter what derby it is, they're always going to be tight games. But I'm going to back Wednesday tonight because obviously they're my team. So I thought, you're obviously going to back your own side, but it's not going to be easy because I think Rotherham. Obviously, you've been depleted with COVID. I know earlier on in the season, but I know you went on a bit of a run a few weeks ago. You won a few games in a row. So Rotherham can win games, and it's just a matter of to kind of take the chances. But I think it'll be a tight one. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Wednesday win.
Do you know what? Obviously, I've got to back my team. I've got to back them. I think 2-1. No, do you know what? Yeah, 2-1. I don't want to be too optimistic and go like 3 or 4 because it's going to be a tough game either way. But I do personally think both teams coming into this game in bad form tonight. Not really won. I think we've lost our last 5. Wednesday have lost their last 4. Both of these teams, we desperately need a victory on our hands. And personally, I think this is going to be quite a lively game as Wednesday are coming forward already. Good defending at the back by Rotherham. And as I'm just going to get the timer up on the screen for you guys. So give me 2 seconds. We'll have that sorted out. But Kyle's put in the chat. Hey Josh and Will, how are we? Sitting on the fence tonight. Good luck to the both of you. May the best team win. Thank you very much, Kyle, because it's a nervy one. I'm not going to say tonight, if you're here for like the usual commentary and stuff, you're probably not going to get it because it's quite a passionate game tonight. We want to sit back, relax and enjoy it. So very, very nervy game overall. But James has put, bet you wanting Lewis Wing to hit one like he did against us first game of last season. I am, but you never know here because you've already got a free kick, haven't you, Will? Big chance already.
Already a free kick, and it's a pretty poor ball from Barry Bannon. I'm not too sure what he's trying to do. I think he was trying to play Windass in behind, but I don't know what you think with free kicks. Like, I hate it when teams opt to go for the short free kick or they try and do something fancy. I think, in my opinion, just get it into the area, get it into the danger zone when you've got an opportunity like that.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we tend to do that anyway. But I have to say, like, the best thing to do is to just hit it, put it into the box, get it to your centre-backs, and at least have an opportunity on goal, because as you said, I think there's too many teams who go for the flashy, want to score classy goals from free kicks, when it's just easier to whip it in and get it on a player's head, do you know what I mean?
Definitely. And in a game like this, where I think the chances are going to be few and far between, to be fair. Got to take every single opportunity, but yeah, first 3 minutes has been not much happening.
No, I mean, I don't know, because games like this, and I always think to myself, it's one of those where if you get a goal early in the game, it can really liven it up. I can't, to be honest, remember for the death of me the last time where we had an absolute thriller in a derby, where we had like 4 or 5 goals. It's always when we play each other, it tends to usually be 1 or 2 goals. We've always said in the past it's usually a Wednesday last minute winner. So, it'd be nice to have a little bit of a thriller tonight, but I don't think we're going to get that.
No, I'm hoping though, because when I've looked at the Wednesday lineup tonight, I know I said to you before the stream, it's the first game in a long time where Wednesday haven't played a back three with wing backs. When Monk was in charge, he played that a lot. When Pulis was in charge, to be honest, I don't even know what Tony Pulis was trying to do when he was in charge of Wednesday, but Adam Reach is in behind here.
I was just about to say, I thought he was going to continue on then. Some shocking defending for a second. Clear that.
Good header there from the boy Wes Harding.
Ah, man, come on, Harding. It's what we love to see.
Well, yeah, as I was saying, it's almost like it's the first game in a long time where Wednesday haven't played 3 at the back, and they've gone with a lot more of attacking lineup tonight, which I like to see. Darren Moore wants to set a good impression on his first game in charge, wants to get the fans behind him.
Shocking defending. Oh, my Lord. Where's Harding? Come on, my son. That's what we need.
Lovely ball from Barry Bannon there. That's the quality he brings, just kind of loves to dictate the game. And I thought Windass would be in there, but as we say, Wes Harding is an absolute tank.
Absolute brute at the back. By the way, if anybody's in the chat, do tell me, can you actually hear Sky Sports right now? Because I have got it on. So if you can hear it, I'll obviously have to mute it just in case. But I've got it down to the very lowest sound I possibly can, just to make sure I can hear some of it at the very least. Corner's lobbed in, and he's shocking defending at the back. Fucking hell! What is that?
Is he offside?
I think
it came to Hutchinson in the end. It's a great save.
I mean, it's a great save, but at the same time, you've got to be saying, how's he not put that in the back of the net?
I know, I don't think he caught it right, but I thought it was offside. Turns out it's another corner because of the Johansson save. But yeah, that's a massive chance for Sam Hutchinson, who recently re-signed with the club after leaving in the summer. Good ball
in. Oh, I thought that was in. Fucking hell.
I thought that was in as well. I mean, again, I thought Hutchinson had won it. It came through to Patterson.
I tell you what, we are living fucking dangerously after 6 minutes. That could have easily been 2 goals. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, definitely. I mean, look at the chance on that.
Jesus.
2 massive chances there for Wednesday early on. You've got to take chances in these games, and that's the one thing Wednesday have not done. The past few seasons now, they've dominated some games, but they just don't take the chances, and they just comes back to bite them later on in the game.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I know Kieran's put someone's commentaries on. Is it very loud? Because if it's incredibly quiet, I'll leave it on just purely because, as I said, I want to get a bit of sound on. But if it's loud, do give me a heads up and I'll switch it off. Just for now. I mean, James put his mumbling. Can't really hear it a great deal. Adds a bit of atmosphere, doesn't it? That atmosphere in here in a while.
I've got my volume on.
That's a brilliant ball, but he's offside.
Right.
Still fucking misses it as well.
I was going to say, I think you missed it anyway.
Sums the past season, innit? He's in a great position. Windvows, that's why you're watching this instead of Barcelona Man United. It's because we both support Wednesday and Rotherham, Windvow. So, to be honest, it's not the most amazing fixture on paper for a European fan, but we both, myself and Will, I support Rotherham United. Will supports Wednesday, so we thought what better thing to do than do this game on the channel.
It's almost like what you used to see on Sky Sports, that the fan zone reactions where they get the fans in to commentate on the games. I know they're a bit more extreme than this is, but it's a bit of championship content for the first time in a while.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, Kyle says I can hear it. It's quiet enough. Can't really make it out to me. Windvow's put his good volume. Kieran's saying that you can definitely hear it. Just thinking copyright. Fuck it. Should be fine. We're not properly streaming the actual game itself. So we should be all good. And if not, then I'll take the slap on the wrist. It's fine for now.
Could be a lot worse, like you say. Could be streaming the full game. Barry Van whips the ball in. It's well cleared.
Good clearance. Just nobody there. Top to get to the ball. I think that's going to be our problem tonight. Obviously, there. Michael Smith being the only striker we've got, it's going to be quite tough today.
What did you think? I know you were talking beforehand. What do you actually think of Rotherham's lineup tonight? Do you think it's too negative? Do you think it's you could maybe play Freddie Ladapo up top there with Smith? What do you think?
I would have just said. I think when I look at overall this season, we had that little spell, as you said, a few weeks ago where we played really, really well. We were looking full of confidence, and I said, for me, I think when we played Everton in the FA Cup, for me that was a massive, massive confidence booster for the squad. But when I look at it now, I think, as you said, it's a lack of maybe a bit of belief, a bit of negativity in the way that we play. I'd love to play two top, and I think we have some points this season. We've played 4-4-2s and 3-5-2s, but for me, it's just a lack of confidence in the strikers. Smith has got a few goals here and there. He's probably been our best player. We were saying about George Hurst before we start the stream. He's done fuck all since he's joined. Ladapo has been poor this season at given points. So I just think he's a lack of confidence. But overall, in a game like this tonight specifically, I would have loved to have seen Ladapo play, but it's kind of a makeshift team just because of all the injuries we've got and what we're doing here. We've just given the ball away. That
was not very good. Well, pretty shocking to put it lightly. The way he tried to trap that ball, and it set Wednesday away. Windass, who's got the better of. I don't believe just body. Good ball into the middle.
Thank you. Come on, Johansson. Come on, son. That's what we want to see.
Great awareness from Wes there. That's what he brings with that, Wes Harding. That's the they're going to try win it. Wes leaves it for the goalkeeper to handle.
He's an absolute animal at the back. He's done good so far in his first 10 minutes. I mean, Johansson, with the way that this game started so far, Johansson's going to have to be pretty aware tonight. Although saying that, we're coming forward here. Coming Rotherham. You need to get Smith in the box. Corner, come on. We'll take it. James has asked, can I get Will's opinion on Luton's comeback midweek?
Who is this?
That's from James. He's a Luton fan.
No, I didn't hear the question because I don't know about you, Josh, but I'm getting some lags now and again when you're talking. I don't know what it is. What did he say? The Luton come back against Wednesday the weekend?
Yeah. Hey, what's your opinion on it?
My opinion is, mate, it's just not good enough. Absolutely shocking, but I'm not surprised one bit because it's literally Sheffield Wednesday in a game. They look brilliant. Josh Windass gets those 2 goals, and they look like they're on the way for 3 points. But in typical Wednesday style, they concede 2 stupid goals, and then towards the end of the game, like they always do, the defence just falls asleep and gives away a silly goal at the back post. And all of a sudden, after being 2-0 up in the first half, you find yourself losing. I think that was probably the final nail in the coffin for Neil Thompson. I know he's only the caretaker manager, but I think at that point, Chanzeri probably thought it's time to get an actual manager in here who's going to be a long term, and hopefully that man is Darren Moore. But yeah, just simply not good enough, mate. And if you want to be staying in the Championship, those are the games you need to be winning, especially when you're 2-0 up at half time.
Come on, Wiles. It's one of them where what do you think of Darren Moore? Because we spoke about it before, and we said quite unexpected, out of the blue. But do you think he's a good addition? I know obviously this is the first game, so you'll kind of be able to roughly have an idea of what he's going to bring to the table. But that's a good ball. I'm going to stop for a second.
Yeah, I'll let I've got the ball here on the edge of the box. I'll let you talk you through this first.
Yeah, it's going to be Bar Laser. Plays it to Joseph Soon on the right wing. Probably one of our better players tonight with a bit of pace. Lobs it in. Trying to get it towards the path of Crooks, who, again, he's another one of them players tonight who you'd expect to get a few headers and opportunities with being 6'4", but doesn't get anything in the end. But what do you think of Darren Moore?
I mean, I've got to be honest, Josh, I don't really know what to make of it because I know we had that spell at West Brom where even though they were going down, he did a very good job of installing some confidence in the squad. They got some points late in the season, and I thought they'd kind of take it down into the Championship with him. And I thought he'd bring him back up. It obviously wasn't to be, because I know he ended up. I don't know if he left or got sacked recently after that. But I mean, he's the fact that he's come from Doncaster. I think they're doing pretty well in League One. I believe they're in the top 6. So I mean, I think he's done an all right job at Donny. And the fact that he's left a situation at Doncaster, who were doing pretty well in League One, to come to Wednesday where they are in the Championship, with the financial issues and struggling in the table. I think it shows a lot of the ambition that he wants to be here, and he's ready for a challenge. So again, it's the first game. I think it'll be hard to criticise him after tonight, even if Wednesday lost. But all I want to see is just a Wednesday team that just cares again. And I know it sounds so simple, but it just seems like there's been a lack of morale around the squad for so long now. I just hope Darren Moore can bring some enthusiasm, some energy to the squad.
You always want, whenever you bring in a new manager, you always want that bounce back effect where that just reignites a bit of a spark in the team. Then you can get yourself a few wins and points on the board, and especially right now because of how tight the table is. Every point at this stage matters because at the end of the day we've still got, technically, not including this game right now, we've got 2 games in hand still to play at some point. Sloppy there, fucking hell, nearly giving the ball away, but it's so crucial, especially for us right now, both teams to get some form of results going, because the longer we keep both losing games, the more likely it is we're going to be confirmed to be down quicker than we think.
Exactly, and the thing with the Championship as well, it's just the league is just so open. I know you obviously got your contenders for the playoffs and whatnot, and looking to get into the automatic playing promotion places, but it's so up and down in the Championship. As long as if you can get a run together, you don't know where you can end up, because it's just so tight. If you all of a sudden if you string 3 or 4 wins together, you could be out the bottom 3 and almost in mid-table. That's how tight this league is, really. So yeah, it's just like once you can get a run together, it's good, but it's just so hard to predict, especially in a league like the Championship where anyone could beat anyone, really, because it's so even.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so far 15 minutes in, being a bit of I've got to say, a fairly even game. That first 5 minutes you were taking control of the match, but I feel like we've got back into it a little bit. Bit sloppy, but the important thing is both teams are in it, which is a good sign at the very least. But yeah. Russ has asked, how we doing, Russ? Hope you're good, buddy. He says predictions for this, guys. I'm going 2-1 to Rotherham. Come on, Russ, you love to see it. I said 2-1 as well. What did you say, Bill?
Yeah, I said 2-1 Wednesday. Just being enthusiastic. I've got about my own team, but yeah, I think I agree with Josh. It'll be a goal. It'll be a game decided by 1 goal. I think it'll be a very tight one. But 15 minutes in, like you said, that's been pretty even. You've had your opportunities. Wednesday have had their opportunities, but I wouldn't say either side's had a clear opportunity. Maybe the Hutchinson header was a clear opportunity, but I thought it was offside, to be honest with you. But
I think I was just glad Johansson actually got a touch on the ball, because that was just 2 opportunities where I thought, bloody hell, we could have been 1-0 down early on, and especially when you're at home, even without fans, you're going to get a bit of a swing at things, and like as we said, get first goal in the first 5 minutes, see if you can get a second early on, really kill the game off. But I think one thing for you, especially after that last week's performance against Luton, of course, going 2-0 up against them, you're going to be in a position where there might be still a few doubts here and there in some people's heads, although stop for a second. Smith is in! Yes! Oh. Come on, Smith! Come on! Let's go. It's 1-0 Rotherham. Pow, pow, pow. It's the fucking English Pele. Get in. And I tell you what, that is shocking defending from the back. Absolutely. Come on!
Fucking woeful. What even is that? I mean, first off, you can't let him get the cross into the box that easily. Well, what's the marking? What is the marking? Who's on him?
Shocking.
It's a free header. Walsh's got absolutely no chance in goal. But he should not be getting that crossing. It should not be a free header. That is absolutely awful fucking defending from Sheffield Wednesday. No wonder there's 23rd in fucking table, because they're defending like that.
Do you know what the thing is as well with that is... like as we were literally saying a moment ago, first chance of the game, we've had no real opportunities in this match so far. 1 ball into the box with Rotherham. If you're a club in the Championship, you know how we play. It's always towards Michael Smith. Stick it into the box. He's tall. He's pretty much a target man. You've got to mark him. And that is shockingly bad marking. But we've got a goal, and that's exactly what we need, I think, for this game, just to liven it up a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, I think you'll probably see Wednesday come out a bit more now. Well, they should do anyway, because they're 1-0 down pretty early on. That's a lovely ball from Windass to Reach. Reach puts it in. Oh, well cleared.
It's going to be nervy now, isn't it? I think for us specifically, I think getting the second goal would be quite crucial. But I'm interested to see what you do now, because with you getting that goal, do you look to get a second? Do you possibly look to drop back and just kind of hit work on the counter attack, lumping it up?
to your big striker Smith. But I mean, like you say, you've took the chance. Fair play to you. It's woeful marking, but fair play to you. So yeah, very very good header.
I mean, my problem is, and I'm really hoping we don't do this tonight. We have an awful tendency when we go 1-0 up to just sit back and try and defend a 1-0 lead. And I think when we go back to your point earlier of what's been a problem for Rotherham, that's been a problem for us. The amount of games this season that we've lost 1-0, 2-0 maybe, very tight games, 2-1, where we've got an early goal in the match and we've tried to sit back and defend the lead. It's so frustrating that we don't go and try and attack. I mean, Quinton's put Sheffield going to come back. I hope not as a Rotherham fan, but you never know. But we've got a free kick here for Rotherham. Obviously, you'd assume Smith and Crooks are going to be the two players to guide this towards.
I was going to say, like with Lance, Crooks, Smith, Angus, McDonald, you've got a big side. Set pieces.
Shocking.
Gone down. Potential penalty shout there, what do you think?
No, I wouldn't say that's a penalty. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even realise somebody had gone down, but nah, I wouldn't give a penalty for that in the end. To be fair, I don't think really there was any players calling for it apart from the man who was down.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 minutes in, Wednesday once again find themselves losing in a match. It's nothing new to them, but they need to find a way to respond, you know. It's very important. It's crucial to get a good start on the new manager. Do
you think that maybe the 3-0 result, obviously when we last played each other, if you're not aware, we won actually 3-0, red card for Wednesday early on, kind of killed the game for Wednesday in that respect. Do you think maybe that might linger in the mind a little, or do you think it's going to be one of those situations where they actually look at it and think, do you know what, yes, we are 1-0 down, but we want to beat Rotherham tonight because it puts us in a much better position in terms of the relegation battle against our local rivals?
Yeah, it's one of them. You've got to leave. You've got to leave the past in the past. I think, you know, obviously that the first game. I think we were covering a UCL Watchalong, and the Rotherham game was going on in the background. You know, the past is the past. You got beat fair and square. Obviously, the red card didn't help, but you got trampled on 3-0. You've just got to come out with a brand new mindset. I know you've conceded the early goal, but I've seen it many times from Wednesday this season. Once they seem to concede, they seem to just go into a shell, which I don't like about them.
What is that for a pass?
That's awful. That's absolutely awful. But that ball's not much better from William.
Good defending in the end. I mean, Quinton's put, if Rotherham wins, GG, big match for the bottom two teams. Honestly, Quinton, I'm shitting myself tonight. I think we all are, because, as you said, just the fact that right now, obviously we know Wickham are struggling. I think they're losing to Watford as we speak. But for us two, we've still got a chance to survive. But, you know, as every game goes by, it just feels less and less likely. But we need to defend this corner, because the last two chances they've had from corners have been pretty good.
It's not a great ball, but it's well punched away by Janssen in goal. Hooked back in by Penny, and that is not a very good ball. Not too sure what the keeper were doing there. He could have gone off for another corner.
I don't know what he's doing. Just pick the ball up. I might have gone a little bit behind because mine paused for a second. I don't think it'll be like too far behind. But Daz has asked in the chat, what's Will think tomorrow for Liverpool-Chelsea?
You know what, mate? I think when you look at the table on the whole, if we wanted to get top four, that game is absolutely huge, because, you know, Chelsea win, they'll go 4 points ahead of us. You've still got Leicester, who, I know, last time I checked, they were drawing 1-1 to Burnley. What scored that finish, Josh?
Which game again?
The Leicester-Burnley game.
I think it ended 1-1, I think.
Yeah, so, you know, Leicester, if it finished 1-1, Leicester dropped a point. The way I look at Liverpool, they need to win that game, because, you know, if they want to make top four, they can't let the teams like Chelsea and West Ham run away from it. But, you know, they got the good win against Sheffield United at the weekend, which it's a game Liverpool should be winning. I know they were getting a lot of praise, the defenders, how well they did. But at the end of the day, you're playing against Oliver Burnley and David McGoldrick. No disrespect, not very good strikers. But I think against Chelsea, we're gonna have to watch it, because I think Tuchel, he's made Chelsea a lot stronger at the back, but also going forward, I think, you know, they play off Giroud quite a lot as well. They can definitely score goals. It's going to be a tough game. You know, Chelsea are fighting for what we're fighting for. It's going to be an even game, but hopefully we can come out with the win, because we usually have good games against Chelsea. I know we have done the past few seasons now, so let's hopefully another good performance and hopefully a win.
Sorry if it's lagging a little bit. I forgot to change the scoreboard. Russ said, change it. I'm too infatuated in this game. I forgot to change the scoreboard to 1-0. So if it was lagging for a second, then I do apologise. We should be all good now. But yeah, I forgot to change it. I'm too excited about this match. But it's an interesting one in the Premier League because Leicester seem to be doing what they did last year. Dropping points for fucking out.
Brilliant there. Barry Bannon,
oh dear, not the shot you want.
Well, Liam Shaw did so well down the left-hand side, run past about 3 people, put it to Barry Bannon, and, you know, the player of Barry Bannon's quality, you're expecting much better there. I mean, what even is that? How are you getting
putting that on target?
Exactly. How are you getting paid 30 grand a week to put it out of the stadium like that?
It's poor.
Woeful. Woeful, skipper.
Need to do something in this first 20 minutes. Said you've had the 1 or 2 chances early on in the game, but since then it's been pretty poor so far. Not really tested Johansson a great deal, which would be nice for us because usually by this point we've been tested multiple times in the last few weeks against Reading, Norwich, Middlesbrough, just to name a few of the clubs we've played.
Yeah, again, it's just so there's nothing going forward for Wednesday at the minute. You obviously got Liam Shaw in midfield trying to make things happen. But I've not seen much of Windass in this game. Reach and Windass are just kind of lumping up, hoping for the best. And, you know, Patterson's probably been Wednesday's best goal scorer this season. But, again, I've not seen him touch the ball a right lot. But this is what worries me. Wednesday's defence just...
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't know what Smith's doing there.
Just talk. That's a good ball from Bannon. Callum Patterson, the striker / right back / centre mid.
Really
plays everywhere. It's not a bad ball. Out for a corner.
Not bad to say. I mean, 1 minute you're looking and thinking, you know, if Michael Smith can get on the end of that, you could be looking at 2-0 to a chance for Wednesday. Good opportunity for a set piece. But Russ has a question for Will. Are you surprised that Liam Shaw is leaving Wednesday for Celtic?
I'm not going to lie, it kind of hurts that one because Liam Shaw, since he's been given more first team opportunities and I played a lot in the FA Cup, he's been playing very well and he looks like a good young prospect. But the fact that Wednesday losing for nothing, Celtic is a brilliant signing for them. I think he's going to flourish into a great player. Am I surprised? No, because I think Wednesday are pretty cheap with the money sometimes. I know Chanzeri is known for splashing the cash, you know, to get the managers in or whatever. But again, I think the player Liam Shaw himself, he probably wants a new challenge, and I don't blame him, to be honest, with the Wednesday out at the minute. You know, it's not looking too bright, but the fact he can go play for Celtic, you know, one of the big, probably the biggest club in Scotland, along with Rangers, it's a great opportunity for him, and hopefully he can keep Wednesday up with the until he leaves in the summer. Yeah,
fingers crossed for him. I mean, he's been quite a talked about player this season, just obviously because he's had a lot of red cards. I think is this the first game back from his suspension? I think
it is. It's a great ball.
Clear it.
It's not dealt with, but it's eventually cleared away.
Jesus Christ. Just sitting back there and not doing anything. Dimsky's asked, hey Josh, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome, Dimsky. Norwich, big win today. Massive win. Good performance against Brentford. Shout out, please. Come on, Rotherham. Well, we're leading right now, but Wednesday getting back into it a little bit. But I'm not doing too bad. I'm guessing you're absolutely delighted with that win against Brentford because you played very well indeed.
Great play. Oh,
that touch.
Touch of a baby elephant.
Counter. I mean, look at the space on the right.
Tons and tons of space.
Joseph Soon. Good defending.
Yeah, very well defended there by Matt Penny. Again, another player who suffered. He's had a few injuries this season, but again, another young player that I want to see as Wednesday's starting left back for many years to come, really, because I think he's a good player. But yeah, it's tough for Wednesday because you look at the squad on the whole. It's not a bad team, but it just seems to have gone so stale now over the years. And with the way the Wednesday are with the you know, not having a lot of money to spend in the transfer windows, they've had the embargoes and whatnot. It's very hard to bring players in, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And I think as well because probably for a lot of players, it's not like the greatest project in the world. You know, even with us, you know, we've had the same issues in the past trying to bring players in when we've come up from the Championship. And get a stable squad. I think I said in the last stream, usually, you know, you always say to be a team that stays in the Championship for a long period, you need at least 2 or 3 seasons in there to then try and push up to become a mid-table club and things like that. I think you look at teams like, I think Luton, for example, although we've had the ball kicked out of play, got an injury for Rotherham. Hopefully nothing too serious because we've already got about 7 billion players out. I think Ben Wiles has picked up an injury.
Look like a bit of, and that is typical Sam Hutchinson. dirty player. Now and again, he's known to get stuck in with the challenger, but that didn't look very nice. That.
No, and it's a derby at the end of the day. Lorna's put in the chat, come on Wednesday, very best of luck tonight as a Rotherham fan. Wish you well with this game, but there's always going to be scruffy fouls and tackles in this match. But seeing that goal back again, I mean, it was out of nothing. We were literally saying about 60 seconds before it, nothing's really gone on the game to see a goal coming fairly quickly, but it's just poor defending. Yeah,
it's just. I know, shocking defending from Wednesday for Rotherham's goal as well. But I think you've had moments where, Wednesday, they've had the chances as well. With that corner, for example, we just saw there, the ball wasn't dealt with. But again, Wednesday just no one there to snap it up, unfortunately. But yeah, 30 minutes gone. Again, I still see it as a very even game. But the difference is, like I said, Rotherham took the chances.
Yeah, at the end of the day, coming back to what you're saying with defences, you can see why both of these teams are down towards the back end of the table. Multiple times I've sat there this season watching Rotherham, concede scrappy goals. I think specifically at the start of the season we had an awful tendency, and we do it a hell of a lot, to concede late on in matches because we switch off. How many times I've seen in the last few years us concede after 90 minutes of normal time is fucking ridiculous, if I'm being truthful with you. But you can see why both teams are struggling. Come on, Joseph Soon. He's going to be the key player tonight, I think.
I think Iorfa's injury as well, he just hurt Wednesday so much. Obviously, he was last season's player of the year.
Yeah.
He did his Achilles, which means, it's probably the worst injury you can get, along with an ACL tear, the Achilles. It's one of them tendons that once it can go at any time, no matter what. You could just be walking and it could just blow. And it's a very, very long recovery. And it's a big shame for someone like Iorfa. A player that relies on athleticism quite a lot. He's probably, weakened his athleticism quite a bit. So it's a big shame for Wednesday that, they're best centre backs.
What's he doing? Oh my God! How has he not scored?
What on earth?
What happened there?
I've got to be honest, Josh. If one moment of football sums up Rotherham on Wednesday's season so far, that is it.
Has he slipped? He has as well. That sums us up so far, doesn't it? I'm about to say, is he injured himself as he's gone down, because we couldn't see originally? He's slipped as he's gone to obviously go down low. And I mean, you've got... sums it up, doesn't it?
So Bannon's the lovely... I think it was Bannon playing the ball over top. Patterson...
Yeah, it was Bannon.
Great touch in behind the defender. Johansson's decked it. It's pretty much an open goal. And Patterson... I mean, I could have scored that. No disrespect. I could have slotted that in bottom corner.
You have to be putting that away.
Matt Crooks is now limping as well.
Bloody hell, I'll tell you what, if we've got 2 injuries here, we are fucked.
We said before, didn't we? Wednesday, Rotherham have got less subs as it is than Wednesday tonight, and the fact they could have 2 possible injuries is not a good sign.
No, and when one of your substitutes is a keeper as well, and you've only really got 5 outfield players, it might be a tricky one tonight. Hopefully that's nothing too serious in terms of injuries and stuff. But apparently Barcelona's scored 1-0. They're playing, is it Sevilla tonight in the Copa del Rey? 2-1 on aggregate. And apparently Russ said it was Julian Borner who found Patterson. What a pass.
It was a phenomenal pass, really, really was. And that's the kind of the main attribute with Julian Borner. Possession, he's very good at passing the... his passing ability is very good. He's very composed, but he's not the most dominant defender in the air, which I think he complemented Iorfa really well before his injury. Because Iorfa was that big guy that's going to go up and win the headers. But Borner is more of a ball playing centre back. But losing him was massive Wednesday. But Tom Leeds again, he was the captain for many years. Barry Bannon obviously took the captain this summer, but Tom Leeds again, I just don't think he's good enough for Sheffield Wednesday anymore. And it's one of them. He's just not quick at all. He's got the pace of a snail. He's always injured.
That's going to be a free kick.
Nothing's been called.
Thought that was going to be a free kick then. I think Wes Harding pushing over one of your players. Bit scrappy. But as you'd expect in a derby.
Yeah, and especially with Big Wes, we know how much of a brute that he is.
Oh, go on.
What a run.
Go on. Poor ball in the end. I mean, unlucky. You've got to be putting a bet ball in that situation.
Giving straight back to Rotherham though there. I believe it was Liam Shaw giving it straight back to Rotherham.
Good run from us Sunday then. Lovely ball, and that's a decent chance, which is going to go out for a corner. But as
big
you said with Tom Lees, he's one of those where his day was a few years ago. You know, I think for a lot of players, the instant minute you lose your pace, especially in the Championship, is a problem because it's a very, you know, with the Championship, you know, it's a tough league to play in. It's very strong, very built on pace and things like that.
It's very physically demanding league, isn't it?
Yeah, very physically demanding.
And obviously, you don't get the time and space like you do in the Premiership.
What a ball that is! Good punch.
Well dealt with by Wildsmith. But yeah, it's one of them with Tom Lee. He's had so many injuries that it's just caught up with him, unfortunately, and I think his contract, as far as I'm aware, does expire this summer. I can't see Wednesday extending it at all, to be honest with you.
Nah, what a ball that is!
Knowing Tanzania, probably give him like a 2-year deal worth $40,000 a week. No, Wednesday negotiate contract.
Good punch from Wildsmith again. Living a little bit dangerously then. Wednesday for a second.
Free kick. Yeah, and again, right back, absolutely nowhere to be seen. Free ball into the middle, but again, Wildsmith deals with it pretty well.
Does really well indeed.
Yeah, that's the one thing with Rotherham I've noticed just in this game so far. Very tall side, just very dangerous from set pieces.
Yeah, I kind of think that's how the way we've played a lot of the season. You know, you've got Michael Smith, 6'4", 6'5". You've got Matt Crooks, who's quite tall himself. You know, there's a lot of players in this side which are fairly tall, which makes set pieces, corners, free kicks a lot more dangerous because, as you said, I think some teams they do tend to go flashy with the free kicks. We're not one of those sides. We are one of those teams where if the ball's at the halfway line, we'll push everyone up and hit it long because we've got players who can get onto the end of it.
Absolutely, and you do the right thing, play to their strengths, and that's how they got the goal tonight.
Exactly. I mean, got a free kick here at the halfway line, going to be played into the box. We had a very similar opportunity, I think, against Everton when I did the last watch-along, which we nearly scored from. But Wes Harding's going to lob this in. Could be a good chance.
Ball.
Very decent ball in the end, and then eventually cleared away. But
once again, Wednesday just didn't get out.
Airzone Eagles asked us, has Sheff Wednesday been okay so far? It's a fairly even game. You know, the Rotherham goal, I can say as a Rotherham fan, it came out of nowhere, considering the first 15 minutes or so were fairly quiet. But both teams are well and truly in this, and we've seen moments where Rotherham have looked a little bit dodgy at the back, but we've also seen moments where Wednesday looked dodgy at the back. So I personally don't think this is going to end 1-0. I think this has got a little bit of potential to maybe end with one or two more goals, but whether we actually get to see that or not is another question. I don't know if you agree.
No, I agree. Without a doubt, I can see some more goals in this game, just because both teams' defences look so shaky.
There's too many gaps.
Far too many. It's just, I mean, Wednesday. This is more kind of Wednesday, but they just seem to lack that leadership at the back. It's just kind of all over the place, and like again, Rotherham's goals come from Wednesday. None of the Wednesday defenders picking up Big Smith.
See, a situation like that, just say take a simple touch there, Patterson. Get the ball, get it moving, but it's been sloppy at times. It's been sloppy from both teams, but you're always going to expect that when you're down at the back end of the table. You know, it's always going to be a bit of a scrappier match than usual. But you know, I said at the same time, for me, this is probably one of the biggest South Yorkshire derbies we've had in recent years, just because there's so much on the line in this game for both teams, rather than it just being one of us.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's a massive one just because both sides are battling, obviously relegation. Don't want to go down because it can set them back. You know, if you go down into League One, it can set you back years unless you can bounce straight back up. It's not something that you want to happen to you. So it's vital for both sides to stay up. And you know, I think with the way the table is, obviously both next to each other, I think whoever wins tonight can really start a run and try and stay up. The loser, however, could be still down in the dumps and a team that could start getting left behind by the other sides that are just above them.
Yeah, and I think have we both got games in hand? I think if we include this one tonight, I think we've still got 2 games in hand.
I think Rotherham have still got a couple of games in hand after tonight. I think Wednesday have only got the one. I believe it's. I think it's. I'm trying to think who was actually ahead of. I think Birmingham were just ahead of Rotherham and Wednesday tonight. I think another team that's ahead of them, Coventry, I think they're just ahead of them. So, but again, you need to start winning games. You can't rely on other teams to get results for you.
No, and at the end of the day, this should be a game either way where both teams are geared up for it. It's not just a South Yorkshire derby. This is a relegation battle. Although a good chance here for Rotherham to come forward. It's it. Oh, it's off the post. Oh,
what a
chance! I mean, he hit that with some venom. Ball's gone back in, but there's no one there in the end. Michael Smith comes down to Crooks. Chance. Ben Wiles still going. Laid off to the left wing. Lobbed in, cleared away. Still going here, Rotherham. Got to put the pressure on, and it's eventually into the hands of Wiles Smith. But what a chance that was for Rotherham. Hitting the post, and it was Lewis Wing. What a chance.
I tell you what, it's not dealt with by the Wednesday defence. It's all over the place, but brilliant turn there from Wing. Fantastic strike, and he's so unlucky there.
He does so well. The way he adjusts himself, he turns and takes it on first time. I think there was someone in the chat earlier who said Lewis Wing scored a screamer a while ago against Wednesday. Wouldn't necessarily call it a screamer, but a very, very good goal that would have been. But again, out of nothing, a situation where Wednesday, giving the ball away, a little bit sloppy, Rotherham nearly taking not the opportunity and put it into the back of the net.
Again, and like these are the things that worry me about Wednesday. Again, it's just no organisation at the back. I mean, that's come from nothing. It's just come from an awful clearance, which taken a terrible rebound. And again, there, look, could have been another chance where Rotherham are in behind. But again, it's terrible defending from Wednesday. Lack of awareness and very, very lucky not to find themselves 2-0 down there. The post saving them.
Very, very unlucky.
Very, very unlucky.
Massive chance.
I think you're seeing Rotherham hitting more. They're kind of hitting Wednesday more on the counter attack with the way it looks like the game's going. But again, I think I like how Rotherham are structuring this game. They've obviously got this front three pretty much, but you look very, very structured at the back.
Good
more than Wednesday.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like I've always said in the past, there's a lot of games where we've played and we've lost 1-0. We lost 1-0 to Norwich. We lost 1-0 to Reading. I think we lost 1-0 a few weeks ago to Bournemouth. We're a good, structured side. Very, very organised at times. But I just think we're a little bit too defensive at points. In tonight's game, so far, first 40 minutes, I think we've played to our strengths and played really well. I think counter-attack is the way to go right now. Wednesday in this game so far been a little bit sloppy at the back. So hit him on the break, make the most of it. I think it looks like at points Crooks is playing as a second striker tonight. He's really high up the pitch to where you'd usually expect him to be. More players tends to play as a midfielder, but he's really far up at points to play alongside Smith. So they know, obviously, hit it long. Two players who are tall might be able to get the ball in. Well, we saw with Wing a moment ago. Eventually it lands at his feet and he has a chance. But yeah, I think we played really well so far. I'm very happy with the first 41 minutes because, as I said, when I looked at the lineup tonight, I was a bit nervous. But if you can keep as structured as this for the next 45 minutes and beyond, then you're looking good. Although we're coming forward again.
Yeah, I agree. I think you've definitely played to your strengths, and I think you've just kind of took it to Wednesday more than Wednesday took it to Rotherham. If that makes sense, you're trying to attack the defence. And very, very unlucky not to find yourself 2-0 up after that Wing chance.
Yeah, massive opportunity. And I think we've definitely used the left and I'd probably say the right flank a little bit more. Joseph Soon got a lot of pace, very, very quick player. Not necessarily the greatest when it comes to shooting and other things. He's just very, very quick at times. But it's been a real problem for Wednesday so far. And even Ryan Giles, I think, on the left-hand side, playing as kind of a left mid / left back at given points, tracking back and helping out the defence. He's played really well, although saying that, it can all come undone here if Wednesday come forward and score. Please don't.
She's Josh Windass.
Good block. Wes Harding again, come on.
Man of match so far, Wes Harding. He's not put a foot wrong.
He's been very good defensively. Very, very good.
He has looked very, very solid at the back, to be fair.
Him and Ola Sunday, I think they're probably two players for me that if we do go down and we do lose players, I think Ola Sunday is one of those that we will probably lose very, very quick because I think he's a brilliant, brilliant player. Definitely deserves not to play down in League One. He's got a lot of talent.
Yeah, and he looked very good tonight. I think, like I said, him and Wes Harding have looked very solid tonight when paired next to each other, and even going forward, he looks like he's got a bit of pace about him, a bit of creativity. He looked, like I said, a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, he's one of those players on the team that I do like. He's got no fear to go forward. He's got a lot of tenacity about him. As I said, when I watched him play against Everton, when we played in the FA Cup a few months ago, he was our best player on the day because he was just so far up the pitch. Absolute menace for the likes of Luca Digne and Michael Keane. But at the same time, it will leave spaces open. I think we've played this last 10 minutes incredibly well and been really, really tight. We're saying that we're coming forward here. It's going to be Giles. Come on, Giles. Loads of space to play into here. Gets himself into the box on the left wing. Good save by Wildsmith. Good work.
Yeah, again though, Wednesday getting caught. I think with Wednesday 1-0 down, they'll be chasing the game a lot more, especially as we go into the second half, and that's something that Rotherham can look to exploit. Again, getting in behind far too easily. I think it was Crooks that rolled his man, played in the winger with a nice shot, good save from Wildsmith. But again, it's just not looking promising for Wednesday at the back. They just every time Rotherham go forward, it looks like they can possibly score, and that's not a very good sign.
No, definitely not. And as I said, I'm always going to be nervous when Sheffield Wednesday come forward, regardless of whether it's a good chance or not. But as the way this first 45 minutes has panned out, Rotherham have looked the better of the teams, and of course that's not being biased in any way. But the important thing for me is if it stays 1-0, the second half, it's detrimental that first 10 or 15 minutes heads are screwed on, because Wednesday, no doubt, I think they'll come racing out of the blocks. If it's still 1-0, a goal could go in the next minute or two. You'll come out of the blocks, you'll try and press and get that goal early on. And we've got to be ready and sharp for that, because we could do the same. We could try and get a second in the match and try and kill this game off, but that's not in our DNA as a club. We're happy to sit back and defend, but you never know in derbies. Everything goes out the window, doesn't it? Tactics, formations, everything just changes up.
Absolutely, but I think like I said, the start of the second half of Wednesday is going to be crucial for them, because they need to come out racing out the blocks, bring the intensity straight away. Otherwise, like you said, Rotherham get into a shape and get comfortable in the game. That's not what you want, especially when you're down 1-0. You want to make sure the opposition team is still wary of your attacks. But yeah, a goal would be huge here for Wednesday from this free kick.
And it's cleared away by only one man. Mr. Wes Harding, he has been brilliant tonight.
He's been fantastic. And Barry Bannon's left, and he's very, very fortunate there.
Very lucky.
Good ball from Hutchinson. He's offside. I think it was Tom Lee's up there. Jesus Christ, for making the running behind.
Using the pace and stamina for that one attack in the game. But just seeing that chance again from Giles coming forward. Good save by Wildsmith. In a situation like that, had we have had somebody maybe like a Ladapo or a Hurst, a second striker, inside the box there to tap it in, then we could have been sat here saying it's 2-0. But overall, we played very, very solid so far. I don't actually know how much added time we've got here, but I would assume it's probably not going to be a great deal. I mean, he's looking at his watch, the referee, and I probably guess he's going to blow his whistle, which he does.
There it is, half time.
1-0, half time in this game. First of all, what are your thoughts on the first half overall?
It was tight to start off with. Wednesday had a few chances, obviously, to get the early goal. Two corners from two chances from two corners, obviously. But I think since you've got that goal with Smith early on, I think it was in just before the 20th minute. I think you've been the better side. You've looked more dangerous going forward. You look much more solid at the back than Wednesday have, and you probably dominate the possession rate more as well. I think Rotherham have, without doubt, been the better side in the first half, but it's still only 1-0. Wednesday have had a few chances here and there, but they need to come out in the second half with a lot of intensity. Otherwise, I could see Rotherham getting a second goal and possibly killing the game off.
Yeah, it's been a good game overall. I think, at the end of the day, if you're a Wednesday fan, you'll be a little bit disappointed, I think, with how that first 45's gone. But you'll also look at it and think, we're not out of the game yet. Rotherham, at times, we've seen, they can be a little bit sloppy at the back. A lot of open space, especially in that first 15-20 minutes where, Wednesday were coming forward. They got the likes of Barry Bannon and Patterson up top, really being dangerous, as I said, in that first 15 or 20 minutes. But Rotherham looked a little bit more structurally organised in that final 15 minutes. They've got the goal, not necessarily reshaped, but really organised themselves to keep structured at the back. And I think it's been a good performance overall. As I said, my one worry is that we go into the second half and we try and hold on to 1-0 lead, which for me, I hate watching. I find it so negative. Yes, it's always nice to have the lead, but sometimes you've got to take a gamble and try and get a second goal. Especially when the team you're playing, it's not just a derby, as we said before, it's a relegation battle. Both teams are up for it tonight. Both teams desperately need these 3 points because we've always got tough fixtures coming up, regardless of whether you're playing someone at the top of the league or the bottom. But this game's not over for me. I don't think it's done yet. I think there's a long way to go. And as I said, first 15 or 20 minutes, I'd expect Wednesday to go out there and push and try and get an early equaliser.
I agree. I think if you're Rotherham, you're kind of in an interesting spot. Like I said, you've got that 1-0 lead. Do you go out and try and get that second goal, or do you just kind of keep playing as you are, keep trying to control the ball, keep the ball out of Wednesday's grasp, or do you try and kill the game off, because it's the next goal is crucial in this game. And if Wednesday can get the equaliser, all of a sudden the game's blown wide open again. But if Rotherham get their second one to make it 2-0, all of a sudden Wednesday chasing the game even more then, and leaving more gaps open for Rotherham, to go at the other end and get a third on the counter attack. So the next goal is absolutely huge in this game, and hopefully it goes to Wednesday. Yeah,
fingers crossed. I mean, I'm not going to say fingers crossed in terms of the goal. I'm going to say fingers crossed that we get something in the match, maybe make it 2-0. But a decent game overall. Still lots of time left in this one as we reach half-time, 1-0 to Rotherham United against Sheffield Wednesday. Now, as we always do at half-time, we're just going to take a quick look at some of the content still to come on the channel in the next couple of days. And we have got, tomorrow night, another Premier League watch-along. This time it's going to be Chelsea taking on Liverpool. Should be a very, very good match tomorrow. Now, I think Daz asked us in the chat who's actually going to be covering that game. I've still not got any idea who's covering it yet, but we are going to have 2 people, I think, covering that match. So Chelsea-Liverpool, that's tomorrow night. Don't want to miss out on that one if you're looking for another Premier League watch-along. In terms of other content, Friday night, 7:25, Kieran is going to do Schalke versus Mainz. That's a relegation battle in the Bundesliga. And then on Saturday, it's a clash at the top of the table. Bayern Munich taking on Dortmund, 5:20. Rowan and Kieran L covering that one on Saturday night. Straight after that, I'll be live with the darts. It's the UK Open. I'll be live from 7:10 with the 6th round of the tournament. That's the evening session. And then I'll have the semi-finals and the finals. That's on Sunday night, 7:10. You don't want to miss it. I would have done the Friday night session, but I'll talk about that in a second. We've got an interview with Devon Peterson. That's available on the channel if you haven't seen it already. Well worth checking that out if you're a big darts fan. And then we've got a UCL FIFA Sim tournament that's going on in the next few weeks. I'll talk about that in a little moment's time. But yeah, as I said, with the darts, I'm not going to be doing Friday night. The reason why I'm not doing Friday night is purely because we'd already scheduled Schalke Mainz as a stream, which Kieran really, really, really wanted to do. So he's going to do that. So I will cover Saturday and Sunday night, and I might even see if I can stream Sunday afternoon and we do 2 back-to-back streams for more content for you guys. So that is darts and all the action at the weekend. As I said before, we've got a UCL FIFA Sim tournament that's going to be going on in the next week or 2, I would presume. It's a free-to-play tournament. There will be a cash/gift card prize for the winner of the competition. Now, if you're wondering, do I need an Xbox or a PlayStation for this to play? You don't. It's going to be a sim tournament, so you only need yourself and a tactical brain, because the AI will take control of your team. You'll be able to make your choices in terms of the substitutions, the formations that you play. But we need 32 players for this tournament. If you haven't put your name down for it already and you want to take part, it's free to play. We're going to be streaming it live on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch along and, of course, manage your team. If you want to play, put your name in the comments below. Myself and Will, we're making a list of names for people to play. I think we're nearly halfway full in terms of names on the list, so it is filling up very, very quickly. So once again, put your name down in the chat. We'll put you on the list, and that tournament will probably take place in the next week or 2 while the Champions League is not taking place. So that is a bit of fun going on in the background. And then, as always, if you haven't checked out our social media links, don't forget our Twitter is at @the_top_corner, and our Instagram is _sportscorner_. Please do go and check those out. I always tweet out and post on Instagram when we're going live, and when we are also posting articles up on our website, which is thesports-corner.com. If you haven't checked it out already, please do. There's lots of content available on there. We've had loads of new articles today. We post articles up up every single day, so you really don't want to miss out on it. And I know we've just had a piece uploaded by Kieran L. He's done a piece about whether we're going to see who's going to be in charge of Celtic as their new manager. So if you haven't checked it out already, link is in the description. And as he always does, you're absolute legend, Kyle. The link is in the chat if you want a bit of half-time reading before we do get back into this game between Wednesday and Rotherham. But half-time, 1-0 to Rotherham United, the mighty, mighty Millers against the Owls. Looking at the substitutes bench, Will, I don't think we'll see any changes specifically straight away in this match. I think we'll see 15-20 minutes before players come on. But who for you would be someone that would come on in this game and maybe make a difference?
Looking at it, it's not exactly a bunch of substitutes that I think can make a difference for Wednesday's bench. I mean, you've got a few names here and there. Kadeem Harris can come on, and he's a tricky player on the outside with a bit of pace that can make things happen. But again, I don't see him as an out-and-out goal scorer. Jordan Rhodes, again, is another player who, since he joined Wednesday, he's just fallen off a cliff completely, his career. I think he scored a hat-trick in Nottingham Forest a few seasons ago. Since then, he's done nothing of major concern. But again, it's just a weakened bench for Kachunga. We've got signed him on a 1-year deal. He's not done much. And Jack Marriott, who's on loan from Derby, he struggled with injuries quite a bit. So I think you'll bring on at least two of those four. Maybe Izzy Brown gets a shout as well. But I think if you're still 1-0 down, maybe 60 minutes and gone in the game 65 minutes, I think Darren Moore will be looking to bring on at least two of those attackers. Because, looking at the bench, those are the only four I can see really making an impact on the game if Wednesday need a goal.
Yeah, and looking at the attackers and what you said before, Jordan Rhodes coming in, we all know him as a Championship extraordinaire, being here, there and everywhere. Always actually tended to do good at the clubs he's gone to. Wednesday kind of being the one anomaly where he's come and actually not really done much since joining. As you said, the hat-trick he scored against Forest is probably his most memorable moment in a Wednesday shirt. Jack Marriott, another one coming in on loan. I think a lot of people were very excited about him. We all remember him, of course, for that incredible game that he had against, I think it was Leeds in the EFL playoffs not too long ago. What is it with Wednesday and the business that's been done for you that's been a bit of a negative for the club? Because that's 3 players on the bench tonight, Rhodes, Marriott, Kachunga, that are all forwards, that have come to Wednesday. I think a lot of fans have been excited about them coming in, and they've not lived up to the expectations. Is it bad business, or is it just bad player form overall?
I think it's a bit of both. I don't think either any of those players have had a chance to get games under the belt. I think it's a very underrated thing in football. You've got to get minutes under your belt. You've got to get the match sharpness up. I think, like I said, Jordan Rose never really hit the ground running, but Jack Marriott's been injured quite a lot since he's been on loan at Wednesday. Similar, they had Aidan Flynn on loan, the defender.
Yeah.
Early in the season, he played a few games, looked really good, got injured, didn't see anything of him again. I think he got recalled by Cardiff. So I think it's just, not getting enough games has hurt the players. But again, they're not the most. When you look at a player like, if you need to sign a striker and you're signing Kachunga, the free agent, you're thinking, can a club like Sheffield Wednesday do a bit more? With the way the financial situation is, there's a very, very small amount of targets they can go after because players don't want to join. There's not the money to go around. You wouldn't see Wednesday, for example, going out and signing Ivan Toney from Peterborough. I mean, I think a good signing for Wednesday will be. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think a good signing for Wednesday next season will be Johnson Clark-Harris. I think plays for Peterborough right now.
Former one's Rotherham man.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he could come in and do a job. But again, it's does he want to come to Wednesday, especially if they get relegated? I don't think you want to join it at all. But it's a bit of both. I think not getting the game time and just bad recruitment. Because you look at the players they've signed, and do they really move? Do they really make a difference up front? And personally, I don't think they do. I think it's time that Wednesday, really went out and made an impact in the transfer market and got a recognised striker in. But again, I can't see that happening for quite a while, with the way the money is and the financial situation the way it is at the minute.
And it's crucial, of course, at the end of the season to know where you are. Are you going to be a Championship club still? Are you going to be a League One club? Because, if we are both relegated to League One, obviously it's going to hit you a little bit harder because you're probably going to lose a lot more players than we will, purely because we've been down a little bit too far often in the past. I think as we've always said, we're always a yo-yo club. Very good in League One, but very crap in the Championship. But Balboa guys put, come on Wednesday, anxious blue nose here, needing you to draw preferably or win second choice. Rotherham win will be squeaky bum time for us Brummies. Well, you know what, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we can get a win tonight, but there's still 45 minutes left, and do you know what, at the end of the day, very best of luck for you for the rest of the season, because right now Birmingham down there with us as well, obviously in a bit of a better position than ourselves on Wednesday, but it's always nervous being down there, because just it's a mad league, isn't it, the Championship? Any team who is 4, 5, 6 points ahead of us right now could easily be drawn back down there with us.
Oh, absolutely! It can change in an instant, the Championship table, and it's very similar with all the football league. It's just so hard to predict because, like I said, a run of form for one team can propel them up the table. But yeah, with the way it is, Birmingham, I know they actually beat Wednesday a few weeks ago and got that massive win, which took them above Wednesday. So they need to keep their form going, obviously. But yeah, they could be dragged back down with it in an instant because I know Wednesday and Rotherham both got games in hand on them. So yeah, absolutely. Birmingham definitely can't rest just yet.
It's a very, very tough one. This is, as you said, the league where you can't rest for a second because so many results can go different ways, and you can easily be dragged back down there, even if you think you're out of the relegation battle or in a title race, for example. You think you've got enough points to go and automatically get promoted or get a playoff spot, and then another team who maybe sat down in 9th, 10th, 11th, go on a 6-7 game win streak and catch you up. It's a mental league. Daz has Jordan Brennan put his name in the FIFA tournament? I've looked on the list. He's not down, but if he wants to be put down for the tournament, then he's more than welcome to. He just needs to put in the chat. Unless he said, then I'll stick his name on there for you. But as we said, we haven't really done many Championship streams in the past. If you've enjoyed it, please don't forget, as always, to leave a like and a subscription to our YouTube channel. It is massively, massively appreciated. I believe we're about 3 subscribers away from 1,900. So if you haven't subscribed already, then you can push us to 1,900 subscribers. And if you have enjoyed this Championship watch-along, please do tell us in the chat, because I am looking in the future to do more Championship watch-alongs. We did one at the very beginning of the season, which was Watford Millers, but that went down quite well. If you are wanting to do more EFL ones, tell us in the chat, and it will be something to look into the future, because we are getting towards that back end of the season where there's a lot of things going on in the Championship, League 1, League 2, that we'd love to do more EFL ones for you guys. I know Dimsky was telling us not too long ago he'd love us to do a Norwich one, which no doubt we'll probably do one at some point, because Norwich doing very well and looking like they're going back up again. But as I said, if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription if you haven't already. It's massively, massively appreciated. But I don't think we should be too far away from the second half.
Yeah, he's looking like we're about to get underway pretty shortly. I was just going to say, I'm just going to quickly nip to the toilet before we get back underway, but we have got 19 people for the UCL sim down at the minute. So yeah, about 13 spots left to go in that UCL sim if you want to take part. I'm just going to quickly run to the toilet every 2 minutes.
That's all right. So yeah, as we said, we've got a few more spaces left there. I think that's about 14 spaces left. So if you do want to take part, it's going to be good fun. Streaming it live. I'm going to do commentary. If you were there for the Euros last year, commentary was mental. I always like to do it. It's just a bit of fun in the background, isn't it? And it's a bit of a light-hearted thing because we do a lot of serious watch-alongs on this channel. It's always nice to have a bit of fun. So if you want to join in, as I said, it's on the screen right now, the picture. Bang, there we go. Put your name down in the chat. We'll put you on the list, and you could be a part of this very fun tournament, which we're going to stream live on YouTube. 32 teams, knockout tournament. It's all good fun indeed. But before we get back into the second half, let's quickly talk about Rotherham. As I said, brilliant first half for us. Very, very structured, organised first 45 minutes of action as the players are coming out for the second half. And of course, I wouldn't make a change at all so far. Been brilliant in terms of structure being organised. A lot of space at the back in that first 15-20 minutes, which did worry me at first. But I feel like now we've got the goal, we've been able to just not necessarily relax, but we've been a lot more structured in defence. And I think, depending on what happens in the game, we might maybe see something like a Ladapo come on to change the system up. Maybe Kieran Sadlier come on at some point for a bit more pace. But who knows? I don't think we'll make any subs yet. But both teams back onto the pitch, ready for the second half. Yeah. And I think I'm just going to go for a very quick toilet break myself, so I'll let you run it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So yeah, we are back underway now. I believe both sides are unchanged going into the second half. So it looks like Wednesday are going to stick with their 4-3-3 as they look to try and get a goal to level the game up. They've not played too bad Wednesday here and there, but I think Rotherham have definitely been the better side. And if you're Rotherham right now, you just want to play the exact same game you played in the first half. Keep all the ball, nothing silly at the back, and maybe nick another goal if you want. But with the Wednesday is, they need to come out sharp in the second half. They need to come out hungry. And we've got another Rotherham player down the floor. They've already suffered 2 injuries, I believe, in this game. I think both players were all right in the end, but again, with the way the Rotherham squad is, it's very, very thin. It's been hit hard by injuries. Josh, we're hoping there'll be no more injuries. But now Wednesday, we're about to come forward on the attack there, but the whistle's been blown. I think the free kick was taken too quickly, but yeah, we are now officially back underway. Julian Bourne has got it in the Wednesday half, and like I said, there's no changes for either side. So Wednesday now playing a 4-2-3-1 formation with Bannon attacking mid, Patterson up at strike by himself with Windass and Reach on the wings, and the Rotherham, I think they're still playing that standard 3 at the back. Wes Harding's been phenomenal tonight. I mean, I didn't expect anything different really, because we know Wes Harding is a phenomenal player at the back. But Smith's goal is the only goal that separates the two sides tonight. But we'll see. Just keep putting in the chat, what do you think of the game so far? Which team are you supporting? If you support any of these sides, I know it's just many of you might not have been expected to take place Wednesday in Rotherham, but it's a massive game between two sides that are looking to stay in the Championship and looking to stay alive as we go into the final stretch of the football season. Which I don't know what you think, Josh, but it feels like it's gone very, very quick this season, just in general. Patterson has a strike!
Oh my lord, I nearly came back to an absolute screamer then.
Well, it was a fantastic strike from Patterson. I can never fault a player having a shot, because if you don't shoot, you don't score.
Exactly.
Very much like Alan Smith says a lot on FIFA. But yeah, it's not a bad strike. It's always going wide, but again, I like the ambition from Wednesday going forward, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, no, fair play, good chance there. At the end of the day, as I said, I would expect Wednesday, this first 10 or 15 minutes, to really come out of the blocks. You want to test Rotherham, see if they're still as structurally organised as they were in that first 45 minutes of action. But Winvow asked, is Blackman the lone Chelsea keeper? He is, and there's a reason why he's not in the team, because he's absolutely shit. I'm going to take that back. He was pretty poor at the start of the season, but Johansson's played a lot better than him. But because he's made so many mistakes at the beginning of the season, I think that's why he was dropped and not playing nowhere near as much. I think, we were saying in the past, weren't we, Will, about some of the mistakes he's been making, some of the goals that he was fumbling and stuff and positioning. He's had a bad time on loan at Rotherham so far.
It's a good ball, that's Adam Reach. Passing the big on the end of it, he's got there.
Thank you.
Bloody hell. Wednesday have started the second half pretty brightly. Few long balls forward towards Patterson, they've kind of worked out, but again, it's half chances for Wednesday, not really that clear-cut chance yet. Another player down for Rotherham.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. I mean, he's not getting up right now. It's going to be Ola Sunday, one of our better players for Rotherham, who's down. Hopefully, as I said, it's just a little slight knock for the moment, and he gets back up onto his feet. Let's just see there. Just a clash. I think a clash of heads there, more than anything. Yeah. Should be all right to continue.
I think him and Matt Penny kind of run into each other, but yeah, he looks all right, which is good news. Of course, he's not injured, but Rotherham breaking quickly here.
Come on, Ryan Giles.
Yeah.
Still going. Come on, lad. Be interested to see how long it takes before Rotherham do make a change. Although they're coming forward here, brilliant chance, lots of space, and one of those chances where literally Matt Crooks is saying, play it to my feet, and loose wing just a little bit heavy on the pass in the end, tries to play it towards the left-hand side of inside the box, the near post, and of course both players not on the same wavelength in that situation. Had that been a better pass, could have been a different situation.
Yeah, the build-up play was phenomenal. Broke really quickly, but again, the final ball just wasn't there, unfortunately, for you. Again, Wednesday, living dangerously at the back. They just seem so spread every single time Rotherham go forward. They look out of position. Not a good sign, especially if Wednesday chasing this game late on. There's no reason why Rotherham can't break and get that second.
No, and this is what I mean in terms of the subs. I'm interested to see how Paul Warne plays this. Does he keep the same players on the pitch for a large period?
That's a nice ball.
A little bit too heavy in the end. Does he make the changes later on and then have a few fresh legs to hit on the break? So maybe take off a Smith or a Crooks in the 60th, 70th minute and have extra players up top to hit on the break? Or does he bring on players early? All depends here how Wednesday start. And I mean, this first 5 minutes, it's not been too bad, but come on, Crooks, that's got to be better. As Olasunde's giving the ball away here, and now there's a chance for Wednesday to break. I think Rotherham done very well here to try and organise themselves, but going to be Barry Bannon.
Well recovered there by Rotherham, getting back into shape pretty quickly. The break was kind of called off, but that's a nice play by Windass and Bannon. Windass gets to the byline, puts the ball into the middle.
Oh, that should have been a better opportunity. I mean, it's a good chance. That is the first real big chance of the second half, and I'd probably say one of the first decent chances of the game for Wednesday, but way too much power on that in the end. And I know he's hitting it as the ball's bobbling. It's kind of taken on, not a half volley, but the ball's bobbling. But Adam Reach, big chance.
He should be hitting the target there, Adam Reach. I know he's definitely not a stranger to fantastic goals, and that would have been a great finish. But again, it's almost on the penalty spot, and you're putting it over the crossbar. You need to be hitting the target from those areas. Those are chances you cannot let slip by in games like this. And I don't know what you think. Look at all the players crowding around one area. It's going to be a big fight for the ball here.
There's a lot of players really high for Rotherham. Quite interesting because a lot of players weren't as high as this, but there could be a chance now for Rotherham to come forward. It could be Joseph Soon, just inside the box on the right wing, tries to flick a ball into the box, comes off one of the Wednesday defenders, and out of play for a corner. But really, really high press there from Rotherham. A lot of players up the pitch, and very nearly came into fruition there for a second goal. But big opportunity here from the corner. As I said, you've got the likes of Smith and Crooks in there.
Wednesday need to clear the lines here, but they need to be careful because, like I said, Rotherham, I've got a very big side.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even take into account Angus MacDonald, quite a tall player as well.
Yeah, exactly. But let's see what the delivery is like. They're going to try and go for a little fake short corner there. It's a good ball. Ooh, well cleared.
That might be a chance here for Wednesday to hit on the break, although on a Sunday he's back and he's just going to hoof it up, and that's a good decision in the end. In fact,
not a bad ball, that.
Not a bad ball at all. Very nearly landed at the feet of Ryan Giles, who just played as a right winger there for the brief moment.
Throwing to Sheffield Wednesday there, just the halfway line. But yeah, that was not a bad ball. That if you're in like a predicament like that, it's one of the best things to do is lump it up and let the other team's defenders saw the bouncing ball. That's lovely play from Patterson and Windass, but he can't get on the end of it.
Good work in the end. Thing is situations like that, we started in the first kind of 5 or 10 minutes of the first half. We had a lot of space open. Once again there, loads of space for Wednesday to play the ball into, and you can see on this right-hand side of the pitch, because we've got so many players pushed forward in this instance, look at the space there, and good defending from Olasunde. He just has to track back, and he does really well in the end to get the free kick, but a little bit nervous here. As I said, I like the fact that Rotherham are going for it here and pushing everybody up to the pitch. Multiple players at the halfway line, but of course it's always going to cause problems in terms of space that's open.
Yeah, and it's one of them. The game's so open right now. It's still only 1-0, still very evenly poised. Rotherham, they need to play this game right. They want to go get that second, but you don't want to give too much space to Wednesday to get the equaliser. Good work there from Barry Bannon, and it's took a nice break. Comes to Liam Shaw. Windass on the left-hand side, what's going to do with it? Overlapping run by Penny. Great play by Wednesday, but a good tackle there.
Really well done from Angus MacDonald. And just hoofs it away from goal. It's going to be a bit of a nervy match, as I said, especially with how many players Wednesday push forward. But Will Smith nearly makes a mistake, and he's got to clear his lines. And that is once again another moment where you look at Wednesday and you think, shaky at the back, and it's the goalkeeper this time.
Just keep it simple. There's no need to be fancy when it goes back to your keeper. Just get rid of it. Don't always have to find a man. There's a time and a place when you can pass it out. Sometimes the ball's just got to go. That's a let-off there for Joe Wildsmith.
Massive let-off. I mean, we're going to see it again here. Takes the touch. I don't know what he thinks in this situation. He obviously didn't see Michael Smith coming towards him and pressing, and he just has to hoof the ball away. Very, very lucky. If that was half a second afterwards where he didn't look up, you're probably thinking in that situation Smith gets onto it, but Rotherham could be forward here. Could be Ryan Giles.
Dangerous area.
Good work from Palmer there to clear it away, but we do tend to go long for us. I think that's what we're going to go for now, everybody going into the box. Quite dangerous when it comes to long throws. It's going to be Wes Harding, that comes up.
Big Wes to launch it into the area.
Is he going to be able to make the most of this? He's got quite a decent long throw, although I'm saying that. He's probably not going to put a good ball in. Russ got no clock on the screen. Let me sort that out for you. My apologies. I'm so infatuated in this match. I forgot. Let me put it
has been
on.
very entertaining, to be fair, this second half so far.
Very open. Very, very open. Long range effort. Is that a corner?
And I believe that will be a corner to Rotherham.
It is indeed. There we go. Should be back on the screen. Give me a heads up if it is. But yeah, very, very open first 10 minutes. It's not been a bad game. You know, as we expected, both teams going for it to get the 3 points in this match. Obviously, Rotherham still looking the better of the two sides, but it can change at any given moment. Both teams have switched off at points. But if we can get a second goal here, it's really going to cause a few issues for Wednesday. They're going to have to push a few more numbers forward. I mean, look at, I think, is it Ola Sunday's right on the goal line. Going to play it short. Lobbed into the box.
It's a good ball in. It's a really good ball in.
Oh,
he's headed
fumbled,
down.
clear it away. Oh, but not clear away good enough.
Though. Still got the ball.
It's going to be Crooks. Lobbed back into the box of the near post. I think Palmer headed it away. Still back though for Rotherham. I'll let you off, Josh. If there's anyone else I won't. That's what I mean. I get so infatuated in these types of matches, especially when it's your own club. I probably forgot something else on the screen, but a good chance here for Smith. He takes very similar turn, doesn't he, to what Wing did earlier, but of course he's a little bit more of a
move through the field.
Good work from Johansson there. Look at him go. He's not messing about tonight, is he, Johansson?
I tell you what, there's been a few incidents though where he's almost been on his arse. You know, he might want to get some new boots. He's been decking over quite a bit.
I mean, as we said earlier, that Patterson chance is probably the best chance of the game. You know, you put that away, make it 1-1 early on in the match, and it could have turned into a very different game, I think.
Oh, absolutely, and you just can't let these chances go. I know Wednesday have done pretty well. I know they've got some good crossing into the box. That's a good ball this
That's
time.
A really good cross, heavy touch.
Well, that's Adam Reach. Wednesday still got it though. It's Barry Bannon. It's a good play from Palmer, which well defended.
Brilliant work from Ryan Giles. He's been fantastic tonight so far. One of the real good signings of the January window. Him and Lewis Wing. Well,
two very good signings, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant additions to the squad. I mean, Giles has scored a few goals since joining us. Wing has been brilliant. A very, very good signing for a club of our standard. You know, coming in from Middlesbrough.
Could have had a fantastic goal tonight as well. Not denied by the post earlier on.
Yeah, do you know what? Fair play to him. Took the effort on the outside of the post and ricocheted out. But these are two players that, for me, have got no fear. And I think this is what Rotherham have needed a little bit. Players who are going to give it a go, and you know, if there's a long range effort on, they'll take it on.
Be a bit more expressive and try and make things happen. That's what we always want.
We need tenacity in the squad because we are a very preserved side when it comes to defending and pushing up. We're not an enjoyable team to watch. You know, if you're a neutral and you're watching this game tonight, Rotherham aren't a flashy side. I would probably say we're very Palace-esque. I wouldn't say Burnley, but I'd say like a Palace type team. We're not a flashy side at best.
But they are a team that they're kind of hard to break down because like we said, I mean, Rotherham have had some really good results this season, but they've also had some really poor ones. They kind of hit and miss, but they're still a very, very tough team to break down, especially at the back. I've noticed that tonight. Yeah,
I mean, probably looking at the bottom six, I would probably say we might have conceded the least goals out of some of the teams, even further up the table, mid-table and stuff. You know, I've said in the past, there's so many games where we've lost 1-0, though, saying that. Good chance here for Wednesday to come forward. We really need to do well here defending. And again, another shot hit with too much power. Is it?
Yeah.
I think it was Windass, wasn't it?
Yeah, another wasted chance. I mean, Adam Reach as well to get down the right flank here. Picks a nice pass to Windass, so kind of peels off. I think it's from Angus MacDonald. But again, what you've got at the target from there. You know, how on earth is skying it from about 5 yards out? Again, Wednesday getting chances here in the box, getting big chances, not taking them all. This is just typical Wednesday all season long. You know, these chances they get that they don't put away, they're left to rue. Yeah, well, hopefully there can be a goal soon by Wednesday because 65th minute, you're probably looking to make some changes because Reach and Windass have had chances tonight and they're just not taking them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably make changes. I mean, look at Smith's shirt here. Completely ripped the front of his shirt from what I just saw there.
It's hanging off, isn't it?
Yeah, he's completely hanging off the front of it. I mean, the badge has been torn off. I don't know whether that's the case of the Wednesday players tearing it off or whether Michael Smith's just going to change clubs halfway through. But look at the number of players being pushed forward now for Wednesday.
They really are going for it. But again, Rotherham, they're pushing the players back. They've almost kind of gone into a back five nearly, which you can't blame them. They've got the 1-0 lead. They want to defend their lead. Fair play to them.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, in a game like this right now and how it's panning out, I think there are pushing up a little bit some of the players. We've had a go, which I like. I've said in the past that we have an awful tendency to sit there at 1-0 down and do nothing. We've certainly given it a go so far, but obviously the worry is as Wednesday come forward, can we hold on to a 1-0 lead or do we need to push up players and get that second goal to kill the game off? I'd probably say right now, no. Stick with what we're doing. Very impressed so far. Wednesday haven't really tested, but as you said, when those subs come on, it could be a completely different game.
Yeah, and it's who do they bring on? I think I'd like to see a bit more pace up top. Maybe leave Patterson as more of a target man, but I think Reach and Windass, they both had opportunities tonight where they should have at least had a goal. Maybe look to bring on maybe like a Kadeem Harris or Izzy Brown for a bit, a tricky player on the outside. But maybe Jordan, do you consider bringing on Jordan Rhodes? I know he's a poacher. He definitely would have gobbled those chances up, 5 years ago. Not right now, that is.
But do you know what? We've got a very bad tendency that if you did bring on Jordan Rhodes, he'd be the type of player who'd probably score against us. We've got an awful tendency of letting players on ridiculously bad goal droughts score against us. It's frustrating. I mean, Russ has put George Hurst to come on and get a goal for the Millers, written in the stars, in my opinion. I mean, we were saying before, weren't we? Beginning of the stream, he's played a lot of games for us, coming off the bench. Hasn't actually scored for us yet, so I mean, it'd be a perfect opportunity for him to bag his first Millers goal in the Championship. Although saying that, going to be a chance here for Giles to come forward on the left wing. Really good chance to lob it into Smith, but cross is too heavy and it's hard to play for a goal kick.
Yeah, it'd be one of them games, wouldn't it? I know Jordan Rhodes scored the winner against Bournemouth away a few weeks ago. Got the big header, and Rhodes is not a bad player if you can supply him. If you get the cross into the box, he's a poacher. That's just literally what he is. But if you're trying to play through him through the middle, it's just not even going to work. He's not going to work at all. But I think if they bring on Rhodes, they definitely need to look at bringing on a tricky winger that can get it in. I think Kadeem Harris.
Kadeem Harris. Yeah, I would have said bring on Kadeem Harris if I was Wednesday, somebody with a bit of tenacity and, as you said, a little bit of pace to come on and really test this back line, because we've got, we haven't got the strongest back line in the world tonight. Wes Harding playing as a makeshift centre-back, done very, very well, give him credit, of course, for that, and Angus MacDonald. So you can get at those two defenders. They're not the quickest, they're not the sharpest, and a little bit of pace and flair might be what's needed in this game to change things up. But so far Wednesday looking dangerous, but when they get to the final third seem to be really, really struggling so far. And as you said, maybe even a Jordan Rhodes might be a man who can at least get a few shots on target. Or they're saying that. Wednesday coming forward here. Good clearance in the end. Good work from Crooks, who's been pulled back, and now Rotherham trying to counter. Not going to come into anything in the end.
It's really good defending again by the Rotherham, and just kind of getting out quickly. I've noticed that they've not struggled to clear the lines. They've got out very quickly. Once they've won the header or whatnot. But Wednesday coming forward now with Windass, it's really good defending by Wes Harding.
Good work. Still in play though. On Sunday going to be tested here. And Barry Bannon's done very, very well. Dinks the ball into the box. Johansson does really, really well. Stretches his hands out, gets the ball in, and another comfortable save for the Swede, who's had a bit to do in this second half so far. 20 minutes in. Not been really many major chances against him, but he's done what he's had to do so far. Good, solid performance.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's, Wednesday will look better going forward. They're getting forward a lot more, but the chances they're getting, they kind of have chances. I know they've obviously had the Patterson chance and the Windass chance, even the Reach chance. They probably should have been put in the back of the net, but other than that, there's not really been a shot on target where Johansson's had to pull off an unbelievable save. But again, I think maybe Wednesday, you could possibly look to bring on two strikers. If you desperately need a goal. But I think Darren Moore's got to make a change very soon. I think.
Yeah, I think surely you would say in the next 5 minutes he brings someone on to change this up, because you can see, Wednesday playing better. They're playing much better than us right now. but they're still just lacking that clinical edge up top. And as I said, maybe the next minute or two, in fact, there we are. We're going to see maybe even a change for Rotherham pretty soon. A few players just warming up and getting ready to come on. I think that's going to be Sadlier who comes on in a few minutes. So Rotherham actually looking to make a change before Wednesday, which is quite interesting. As I feel like we're watching the same scene on repeat. The amount of times we've had Johansson kick it up long tonight.
I know. Yeah, just lumping it up there, get it out. Hutchinson again. Hutchinson just route one football, get rid of it. Bloody hell.
A bit of a bad pass that from Angus, but Johansson's just able to once again hoof it up long. My worry is in a game like this where Rotherham look solid is that, once those changes do come on, a bit flares here now. Michael Smith.
Did he always
Red
off?
card? What's happened there?
Red card, oh my.
Red card for Michael Smith.
Well,
I didn't even see what went on, did you?
He threw his head at Borna. I don't know whether they made contact or not, but he threw his head at Borna. I thought it looked dodgy, but the referee did not hesitate to send him off there, and that is a massive moment in this game. I mean, he's been a big. He's the reason Rotherham are winning now. He's been sent off.
Yeah, crazy. I was about to say hero becomes villain. I mean, I didn't really get to see much. I want to see a replay of that because you can see his shirt's all scruffed up and stuff. But that was from the fall. Let's have a look.
Wrestled down to the ground. There's not. Yeah. Oh well, Borna hits him in the head. Then, well. I don't think that camera angle you can really see much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was about to say, Lewis Wing, he's kind of in a position where you can't actually see what goes on there. I mean, I can't even say whether it's a deserved red card or not because you can't see much. I mean, that camera angle there makes it look worse on Julian Borna than it does Michael Smith, but he's given the red card. Rotherham are down to 10 men, and this might completely change the game up now. That was,
one of them. First glance, I thought he'd thrown his head at him, but that camera angle they showed us didn't really reveal much because it kind of blocked out if contact was even made by Smith. But yeah, not a good moment there for Rotherham because just when it looked like they were going to possibly win the game away and get the win, it's all of a sudden a big moment like that. 20 minutes to go, still a lot of time left in the game, and now Rotherham maybe they look to just defend this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're quite lucky it's not a centre-back being sent off because it's a completely different situation then because you tend to usually, substitute anyway. But, I mean, the striker, it's a big loss in that situation. Obviously, I can't say whether it was a red card or not because I didn't actually really get to see what was going on. He's come off the head of the Wednesday player. Still coming forward. Ball's lobbed in.
Middle, flicked on, and it's over the bar.
At least it was kept down. And not enough power on it by Windass, but another good chance. And there will be a lot more space now for Wednesday to make the most of in that situation, even without Smith on the pitch. Kyle, of course, you'd say it wasn't a red. Genuinely, I didn't get to see it, Kyle. The thing is, from that angle, and Will agree with me, you couldn't see what had gone on because where Wing was in slap bang in the middle of Borna and Smith, so you couldn't see what had gone on. As I think Ladapo's going to come on here.
It's looking like it because I think he's picked up another injury and he's receiving treatment. I don't know who's down.
I think that's looks like Joseph Soon has gone down. I think.
So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Freddie Ladapo bringing him back. Well, there's another angle.
So this is now where we'll get to see what went on.
What's even happened there?
What do you see in that to give it as a red card? I'd have understood in that situation if Smith's head had directly gone into the chest of Borna. That's when I put my hands up and said, you know what, that's a red card. Right decision in the end to make it. But surely in that situation you give 2 yellow cards out.
Well, again, I didn't... My first initial thought was, his head butted him, but looking at that, I didn't see any contact at all. Borna hit Smith as they were down as well. He kind of grazed his face, and I think, like you say, I think 2 yellows would have been a more fairer decision, but I think the referees probably just presumed his head butted him, but I didn't see contact personally. I think it's a lapse, an error in the referee's judgment, probably going to get rescinded in the end anyway. But again, the 2 camera angles, I didn't see much. Maybe we need another camera angle or not, but I didn't see contact there from those 2 camera angles. Definitely not.
Yeah, he's one of those where he's probably thought, as you said, he's head butted him, and at the end of the day, it's understandable when you look at that. He might think of it saying he led with his head. But as I said, I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Probably because the camera angles are shit. So we didn't get to properly see what had gone on. But, in that situation, I think you give both players a yellow card. But we did have a change. Joseph Zoom coming off because he's injured. Ladapo coming on. So we have got a striker up there now. But I think it changes the game up completely. I think we will be looking now to defend. Which means this could be a very long 20 minutes of football for us.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, hold on, but again, Wednesday yet to make a change. 20 minutes to go in the game. Will Darren Moore possibly? Yeah, you need to think so.
I think if you're a Wednesday fan, you are screaming at your TV now to just bring a player on, change the game up.
Oh, absolutely.
Wednesday are going to come forward.
Here we go.
Long range effort. Straight into the hands of Victor Johansson there, does very well indeed. But I do get what you mean, Kyle. As I said, I'm always going to back my team in that situation, but it's an interesting one. That I think the referee there has maybe got to go and have a trip to Specsavers because that is a pretty poor decision. And once again, we're going to see Johansson smash it up again.
Yep, another big lump upfield out for a Wednesday throw-in.
And I do think this game will be a little bit boring if you're a Millers fan now. We are going to be sat here just holding on for dear life in this game. Definitely counter-attacking now. There's no way everybody's up the pitch. I mean, you could see earlier when we were taking goal kicks, we had all the players at the halfway line. Now everybody's deep and back, and it's kind of just been hit long towards the path of Crooks and Ladapo. And I'd expect it to be the same way for the next 20 minutes or so. I mean, Russ has said, didn't look like a red to me. Bonner should have been sent off for an elbow on Smith while Smith was on the floor.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought that Bonner, from the camera angles we saw, Bonner, it hit Smith. He actually elbows him while he was on the ground, which, if you're looking at it from that angle, probably should have been a red card for Bonner instead. But I think
here we go.
2 subs for Sheffield Wednesday here. Elias Kachunga.
Kadeem Harris, I think, as well.
Kadeem Harris are both coming on. I'm just waiting to see what's taken. I think Windass is going to be coming off. I think we're going to put possibly Kachunga on the wing along with Harris, which I think it'll mean Adam Reach is also going to come off as well, unless they want to put Adam Reach in midfield. Maybe you could take a Liam Shaw, for example, Reach in midfield. But by the looks of it, I think it's going to be Windass off for Kachunga, and Kadeem Harris is coming on for Adam Reach. So 2 new wingers into the game for Sheffield Wednesday. Add a bit more energy, a bit more stamina on that wing. And try and get the cross in towards Patterson.
Change the game up, and it'd be interesting to see how Rotherham deal with this now, because two very different players. So Kadeem Harris, a lovely player to watch. I think he's one of Wednesday's best players, and very quick, very tenacious as well. So I think he's going to be the one to watch in this next 20 minutes that Rotherham are going to have to watch out for. But Wes Harding just down. But he's back up on his feet, and no doubt Johansson yet again is going to be hitting this long. But Kyle says Palace United second half underway. I know you said the first half, was it 0-0 in the end? Where is it? Let me find out. I'll go up and see. Yeah, 0-0 I think it was at half time of that game between Palace and United. I'm not surprised, but getting really sick of these first halves. Why can't we bloody score goals in the first half? Honestly. You've gone on that nice big run, and then it just seems to have gone a bit stale, hasn't it, for United? Bit of a struggle.
I know what you think. Yeah, it's one of them though. I think the title race is done.
Yeah.
In United, I think even though they are, a few points ahead of 5th and 4th, I think a win tonight would big for them pretty much. Come. It's kind of the similar situation to City were in last season. They're very much quite far behind the leaders, but they're also much better than the teams that are 3rd and 4th and 5th so far this season. They're about as it stands, they're 15 points behind City.
Yeah.
But they're solid 6 or 7 points ahead of 5th or 4th. So it's probably at this point it's just trying to consolidate and get that UCL qualification for Man United.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting end to the season. Leicester dropping points, Chelsea looking very good, Liverpool starting to get a bit of form back in the last few weeks. I think it's going to be a very exciting top 4 race at this rate. But we are going to have a change for Rotherham in a minute. I don't think it's going to be made yet, but Trevor Clark's on the touchline ready to come on. But free kick here for Rotherham. Perfect situation as this goes into the back of the net, but it's a shocking cross
Terrible ball, yeah.
And it has to be hoofed away by Wes Harding, and it probably should see Trevor Clark come on here, I think.
Yep. He's coming on.
So Trevor Clark coming on. I think Ryan Giles is about to come off the pitch. Good performance from him tonight. Fair play. Been really menacing down that left-hand side.
He has looked pretty good tonight. I'll give him credit. He caused Wednesday a few problems. I think both wingers for you both played pretty well. But we'll see what Trevor Clark can do for the last 15 minutes.
Well, I'd say Trevor Clark, he's quite a good player, Trevor Clark. I think a little bit more of a left back than a left mid, very quick, very pacey, so a little bit of extra legs in there to probably match up with the likes of Kadeem Harris and Kachunga on the wings now, just to match them up. But 15 minutes left. Wednesday still waiting to get a goal in this match, but it always feels like, if you're a Millers fan, that it will probably come soon, but let's hope 14 minutes to hold on.
Yeah, big 15 minutes for Rotherham. I think this could be a massive 3 points.
We fucking need it.
Yeah, Wednesday really need to go for it now, but I've seen a bit more in the second half, just not enough in my opinion. Not enough.
No, we've had 5 minutes now where Smith's been off the pitch, and yeah, the decision was fucking bollocks, but regardless of that, still not really seen much of Wednesday taking the advantage of the extra man so far. Rotherham seemed quite happy, as we said, go long ball, set pieces all the way up the pitch, waste a bit of time, but yeah, they need to do something here Wednesday, because the time's ticking on and there doesn't seem to be an element of desperation to go up and get that equaliser.
And as you can see, he's down again, the glass man that is Tom Lees, suffered with injuries for the last few years, and
here we go again.
Not too sure what's wrong with him, but player as you, got back on his feet.
Seems to be right now.
The referee's got him to the free kick again.
Cameron's asked in the chat, what's your opinions on George Hurst? He's not had the greatest loan spell in terms of goals. I think he's probably lacking a little bit of confidence, which I think, to be fair, most players right now are, considering on a bit of a rapport with the form. I'm going to stop for a second though, because Wednesday are in here. Defend, please.
He squares it across. It's a fumble. And
what a save! What a save! Clear it away. Still not cleared. Wednesday got it.
Barry Bannon.
Clear it.
Bannon hooks it back in, and it is offside.
Oh, thank fuck for that, because Janssen was on his knees. He was on his knees.
And he's decked it again as Johansson.
He's complaining there about. I think you can see on the touchline a few holes, but you can't complain. You've got to play to the whistle. And just looking now, ball's played in.
What a save!
What a save in the end there. Obviously, play continues on. Comes to.
It's a great save, but Passion should be scoring that.
To Barry Bannon. Ball's lobbed in. And he's, once again, as you said, he's fumbled in that situation. Would have been a good goal anyway, but very slippy tonight.
Very slippy. I mean, Hansen's the goal mark is completely dug up. But luckily it was offside there, and he's spares his blushes. But yeah,
nerves.
More positive there on Wednesday, but again, it just doesn't seem like it's going to go in tonight for Wednesday. It does not seem they're going to score.
Do you know what though? In a game like this, it only takes Rotherham one mistake at the back and get a goal in the match. It's always nervy being a Rotherham fan. I mean, I'm a Blade, so wouldn't mind Rotherham seeing it out. I mean, fair play today, Cameron. Big win against Villa. That good result for you. Considering down to 10 men as well, which, I mean, if we can do the same as you guys did today, that'd be fucking brilliant. But a lot of fans out there, I think a lot of Doncaster fans today praying that Rotherham win, of course, with the whole Darren Moore situation going on, which might make that game feisty next season if you do go down and Doncaster don't go up.
Darren Moore returns, but
defense.
Liam Shaw on the turn.
Oh, what a save! Yeah. That is Johansson. We need him to be alert in this last 12 minutes. And
he has been brilliant tonight, to be fair. Johansson did some brilliant saves. But again, Liam Shaw had a lot of time there to turn. Probably should be doing a bit better with the opportunity. It's a good strike, actually a good save from Johansson.
Got to make the most of the set piece now, which Bannon's going to whip in towards the near post.
Still there. Back across it. And it's
fumbled it! It's still there! Fucking clear the ball! Fucking hell! Clear it!
Jesus Christ.
This is the problem with Rotherham. So nervy watching him. Literally.
And Johansson claims, and looks like he's hurt himself there.
I hope he has.
Well, he landed pretty heavily, to be fair.
I mean, look at this.
A lot of time there, Liam Shaw. Good strike, good serve.
Fucking hell. This is where it becomes nervy with Rotherham. There's an awful tendency to just switch off, and you see here, one shot taken on. Great save from Johansson. Corner comes in. It's actually off the head of Matt Crooks, comes towards one of the Wednesday players at the near post. Johansson fumbles the ball, comes back to Wednesday again. Kachunga gets his head on it, and eventually it's cleared away. But it's so nervy watching Rotherham as Izzy Brown's just come on.
Izzy Brown, yeah, he just come on. Let's see who he's former. Well, he still is a Chelsea player, so, believe it or not. Just gets loaned out every single season. I think he was on loan at Luton last season.
He was indeed, yeah.
10 minutes to go. Big 10 minutes for Wednesday now. If you can at least get a point, it's not a bad result, but you don't want to be losing 1-0 because if Rotherham win, they'll have games in hand on Wednesday and they'll be 3 points clear of them.
Yeah,
but,
and for us as well, considering there's a few points now between us and the likes of Birmingham and that, it'd be massive 3 points on the board, but let's wait first. We've got 9 minutes to hold on here. It's going to be all Wednesday now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Dominate the last 10 minutes or so. Probably should have a goal. Again, just not taking chances. They're creating a few chances, just not taking them. And plus added time. I don't know how much can be added on. That we had that red card incident. We've had a few moments where Rotherham have had a few injured players on the ground. So I think there'll be a few added minutes as well. So still plenty of time to go in this game. Still plenty of time going to try and find that equaliser.
Yeah, plenty of time. It's going to be a long kind of 10 minutes at the end of the day for Rotherham. Just need to hold on, sit back, and obviously if there's an opportunity that comes, make the most of it. But it just feels inevitable that Wednesday will somehow score here, coming into the box.
Maris, not a bad ball, hooked back in, still not cleared away.
Good work. Not properly cleared though.
Liam Shaw hooks it back in.
Ball. Get it! Fuck
no! It's a goal! It's an own goal!
What's he doing? Fucking claim the ball! You shithead!
What on earth has just happened there?
What's he doing? Fucking claim it!
Liam Shaw hooks it. He looks in offside position there. There's Windass.
All he's got to do is get fucking touch on the ball.
Oh,
what's he doing?
And it takes such an unlucky bounce off the defender and goes into the back of the net.
Do you know what? In that situation, he completely wipes the player out. So, literally, all you've got to do is get a touch of the ball. And as I said, that moment there where Rotherham, it's not even a case of switching off. It's just poor from the keeper. It's 1-1, and now Wednesday will be feeling like they can go on and just get the win. There's enough time left in this game. Johansson's down with an injury,
He's down. He's been in the wars tonight, is Johansson, hasn't
he? He has. And it's probably more from him fucking slipping over. But all he's got to do is fucking hold the ball.
This game has been absolutely mental.
Fucking hell. I mean, now you think to yourself, can Wednesday go on and win it?
I mean, the momentum is without doubt with them. The momentum is with them. Can they push on and get the goals? Matt Penny picks up the ball. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for the winner, but they need to be careful because I know Ladapo did come on. It's not like Rotherham have dropped everybody back. They've still got a striker on the pitch. They've still got the likes of a wing on the pitch who's had a good game. So Wednesday needs to be wary they don't get caught with Jack Marriott.
Jack Marriott. Fucking hell, you're going 9 up top. Where's Jordan Rhodes? Need to get Rhodes on as well.
I know, get Rhodes on as well. Get 3 up front. Get them all at this point. But I mean, I think about. Oh, there he is!
Everybody's coming on. So what are we having here? Rhodes, Marriott, Kachunga, Kadeem.
I don't know who's going to make waves. I think they'll bring up a midfielder probably, and they'll probably bring. But my word, Wednesday are throwing the kitchen sink.
You're playing here 4-2-4.
I think it'll be a 4-2-4. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-2-4. Rhodes, Marriott up top, Kachunga, Kadeem on the wing, play 2 in the midfield and 4 at the back. I mean, Zillacab's saying, "Don't worry, I bet you still beat us 3-1." I tell you what, if we win this game 3-1, I will go fucking mental. There's going to be quite a bit of added time here because Johansson's still down, as you said, he's been through the wars tonight. But all he has to do is claim the ball in that situation. I'm not even going to take anything away from Ola Sunday because it's just so unlucky. It ricochets, off his foot and goes back in the back of the net. Not much you can do in that situation. But if you're a Wednesday fan, you're thinking at least he's going for it here with 6 minutes left. Yeah,
that's what you like to see. At least he is throwing. Well, like I said, throwing the kitchen sink as I showing Wednesday a booklet of different pictures. Very, very interesting set of tactics.
Somebody needs to run over here and just have a quick look at it if we've got any Miller's players close by.
Yeah, he run over and steal a bit. Lost Wallace when I think David Wagner gave Huddersfield Town instructions. He gave him like a sheet with some instructions on.
Yeah.
And Ross Wallace snatched it off, had a quick look at it. I just laugh.
Right, who's
But
going to
we're
come
going
on
to see the same as Wednesday. It's looking like Barry Bannon's going to come off, I think. Yeah, Barry Bannon's going to make way for Josh. So Bannon's coming off. He's played all right tonight. He's lost the ball on a few occasions, but you know he's doing what Barry Bannon does. He likes to dictate the pace, spread the balls out to the wing. He's been all right. And Liam Palmer, so they're bringing off a midfielder and defender. I think Josh, you're right. I think they're going to go with a 4-2-4 by the looks of it.
And do you know what? I can't blame him. I mean, I'm quite shocked here actually that maybe Rotherham haven't made a change of their own and maybe just brought on an extra man, because obviously if you're Rotherham here, I don't know what you do. You go for the draw. You take the point.
You've got to take the point. And you know you're down to 10 men. All the momentum is with Wednesday. Just try and get, they need to try and push themselves out a bit, get the line up a bit. I think they've dropped back quite a bit in the last 15 minutes or so, and just try and secure the point, because it's not a bad result. You know, if you're getting a point, when you win out of 10 men, it's not the worst result in the world. But the one thing that Rotherham don't want to do is completely blow this game now and lose all the points after being dominant for so long. But the keeper's come
right at the back. Oh, what a chance that would have been to have put the ball in the back of the net. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's a real fumble in the box. Ball's lobbed in, comes towards the path of Crooks, and it just bobbles off the head of Crooks, and big chance.
Whilst if he goes to punch the ball, I think he punches Liam Shaw in the head, to be honest. That's a free kick there for Rotherham, as Ladapo outmuscles Izzy Brown.
And this is where we've got to make the most of the set pieces now. Carl's just put in the chat, I'm happy you scored, Will, but couldn't celebrate with you because fucking BBC Radio 5 Live ruined the surprise by saying Wednesday scored and couldn't press the mute button faster. And then Zilla Cabs has put, you'll go mental, so will I. You'll be going mental if Wednesday win in a few minutes, Zilla, if they can get a goal. But got a free kick here for Rotherham. I mean, if Rotherham were to score here, every man goes back, but it's not going to come to anything. And Wednesday will have to push forward.
To get hold of it, and nice turn there.
I've got a terrible feeling we're about to see fucking Groundhog Day again, and Wednesday are going to score in the last minute.
Another late goal.
I mean,
you've been calling it all week, to be fair.
I've called it all week, and I'd assume we're probably going to have at least 5-6 minutes of additional time, because the goal was 4 minutes before it kicked off again.
I'd agree. I think we're going to see a lot of stoppage time added on.
And I've got a bad feeling.
Good defending though by Rotherham.
Come on, hold on.
Another one of you players gone down with a bit of cramp there.
Yeah, this is it now. There'll be a lot of time wasting going on, cramp. Every opportunity that they can have, they're going to obviously try and make the most of it. I forgot to change the scoreboard again. I want to keep it at 1-0, Russ. Let me change it. It might lag for 2 seconds here, so apologies if it does.
Callum Patterson's going to be taking the long throw. So Wednesday have got 5 attackers right now on the field.
And fair play.
They really are. And that... well won in the air by the Rotherham defenders, just surging to the ball.
Right, that should be updated. Yeah. There we go, 1-1. Apologies. I wanted to keep it at 1-0, but... oh, man. How many minutes do you think we're going to get here? 6 or 7?
I think we're going to see 6 added minutes.
Do you know what? I feel like they're going to get 7 or 8. I don't know why,
Drops down for Liam Shaw. Kadeem Harris now on the right. He's got plenty of space. I think it was actually Kachunga. It's actually hit Harris down. But as you can see, Rotherham, they want to try and push out, but they know they need. Yeah, you just can't risk it.
At this stage, I mean, look at how far Ladapo is back. He's in his own half now, obviously, as you'd expect, defending for his life. Josh Carnberry, Sheffield Wednesday squad. I can't. We're doing so well. I said it was one moment in this game where if we just switch off, we can obviously concede. And yeah, it's a very sloppy goal to concede in the end. There's not much else that they can do.
It's a great ball. It's a free hit.
Oh, fucking hell!
What a chance.
That's got to be in. That has to be in the back of the net.
Callum Patterson again. Another massive chance when we had one earlier in the game. And how is he not hit the target?
All he's got to do in that situation is head the ball down, and that's probably going in.
Yeah, because there's so much pace on the ball. All he needs to do is just guide it on target. It's probably going into the bottom corner, like you said. But massive chance there for Wendy to get take the lead.
Tell you what, we're living a fucking dangerous life right now. I think there's going to be another change in a minute. That the board is being held, and I think Rotherham would probably be the team making the change. I think they're the ones who've got one change left. In fact, no, it doesn't actually look like they're making any changes here, which is quite surprising. I would have thought they'd have maybe brought something like McDonald on just to have an extra man at the back and defend, but we'll have to see. Obviously, Rotherham holding on for dear life here. We're into the 90th minute, and there is going to be a total of
6 added minutes.
6 added minutes. I've got an awful fucking feeling we're going to get to the 5th minute and we'll fucking concede.
Wednesday ball. Ooh, Wednesday throwing.
I mean, the red card changed the shape of this game completely.
Oh, the game changed. Yeah, as soon as that red card was given, this game was just flipped on its head. Because since that, we've just seen Wednesday domination on both ends of the field. Nice turn there from Izzy Brown. And now Wednesday going to push forward, try and get that winner. Obviously got the man advantage. Throwing all the attackers onto the field. Every attacker that was on the bench has come on, I believe.
Come on, we'll take a point. We'll take a point. We'll take a point.
Ian Harris is fresh. He's only just gone as a sub, and that is
goal kick. No, corner.
Throwing, I think.
Oh, throwing. Yeah, throwing. 5 minutes left.
The ball boy's not doing his job. The players have to run behind the advertising board to get the ball.
Have they got any ball boys there?
Probably had to get rid of him, mate, due to COVID.
COVID, yeah. Long throw in here for Patterson. Is he going to try and do what Wes Harding couldn't? Launch it in, get a late winner for Wednesday. And Sadley is going to come on here, Kieran Sadley. So Rotherham bringing on a forward, which is quite an interesting choice, actually, at this stage of the match. I don't know if Rotherham are feeling like they can go and hit on the break here, but Sadley is coming on. Former, obviously, Doncaster man as well, so Darren Moore will know him very well. And Daniel Barleza comes off, which is a bit of a weird choice for me. I obviously think they're thinking we can hit on the break here, but they've got to worry about the free kick. So throwing first.
Good clearance from Rotherham.
4 minutes left. Get the ball back. Get the ball.
And he slips as he puts the ball in. It's knocked on.
Clear
it's still not in. It's offside. It's offside.
Nice. Come on.
4 minutes to go in the game.
Still got time to one of these teams to win it. Obviously, Rotherham just going to slow it down a little bit here. Johansson having a quick drinks break, getting ready. Barleza coming off a moment ago. Decent performance from him tonight. Do you think you can win it here, or do you think this has ended as a stalemate?
I think it's going to finish a draw. Rotherham are running the clock down. Whether the referee stopped his watch during these moments, but I think Rotherham are just trying to kill the momentum in the game. But
as you'd expect.
Yeah, absolutely. You can completely understand why they do it. Down to 10 men, they take the draw without a doubt. They even take the win here because
come on,
chance.
Come on, he's gone down. Free kick. Come on, make the most of this. This is a situation where we have to take this opportunity on because we're probably not going to get. We might have one opportunity left in the game here. If we could put this in the back of the net, then you know what?
Who's a normal free kick taker? Is it Crooks?
Usually it would be Crooks. We don't often get winners against Wednesday late on, but I'm not feeling enthusiastic because Crooks has walked off. So
I'll tell you what, it's in a bloody good position. I'll say that.
And it's going to be Lewis Wing, the man on loan from Middlesbrough.
I've got a sneaky feeling this is going in.
Please.
Crooks now stood over the ball as well.
Turn down your fucking volume if this goes in.
Yeah. Headphone users warning. I don't like where Walsh stood. I don't like where he stood at all.
Look at the space he's got to hit this in. Wing hits it, he scuffed it. That was a real waste of an opportunity.
He slipped.
Oh, so unlucky.
Big waste. And it's going to be a Wednesday throw-in. Good kick there from Walsh. Get it up the field quickly, but a big chance there for Rotherham, really. And again, this pitch has been torn up all night. Players have been slipping and sliding.
Yeah, it has been. Plasmaster, do we support in the chat? Will, who's on the line tonight, he supports Wednesday. I support Rotherham, so we thought we'd do a watch-along for this game because, well, we had to. It's on TV.
Nice turn from Izzy Brown. It's Matt Penny. Gets the ball in. It's a what a clearance.
Go on, Ladapo. Hold it up. You've just got to hold the ball now. And now Rotherham are going to try and see if they can break. Play's gone down. Free kick to Rotherham. Obviously, as you'd expect, we'll probably push a few players forward here and lob it in as a yellow card comes out tonight. I tell you what, we haven't actually seen many yellow cards in this game. I thought we'd have seen a few more.
Yeah, we've obviously only really had the one red card. And that's been it, really. But yeah, about a minute and a half to go here. Whether the referee might, I don't know, over 30 seconds or so, depending on where the ball is whereabouts on the pitch it is. But yeah, it's looking like it's probably going to end in a stalemate. But Rotherham could have the last chance here. Depends what they do with it. Do they just lump it into the corner? Do they try and hold on to it? Or they're taking the time and set the free kick that way.
I think this is getting lumped in. Nah, actually, then again, no, this is getting lumped in. McDonald's up there, so it's lumped into the box. But nobody's there in the end. Easy Brown, good header. Fucking hell. And Easy Brown gets it.
A hurricane impression.
He's going to ping it up. I said 95th minute winner.
It's Callum Patterson.
I said 95th minute. Fucking what a tackle! Oh my god!
It's going to be a Wednesday corner.
Oh, I don't want to watch this.
That's a phenomenal. I mean, I thought Patterson had the step on him, but you forget how quick he is. The defender there, I forgot his name.
On a Sunday, I thought he'd got through him. Then I thought he got past his man.
It was a very good tackle. And the Wednesday going to I don't think you bring the keeper up in this situation because you're not actually losing. I mean, they can't even decide who's going to take the corner here.
I'm going to say decide soon because this is probably going to be the last kick of the game. Depending on what the referee does here. Got to make the most of this. One opportunity in the match to win it.
You need a good ball. Need a very good ball into the box. Easy Brown, it's absolutely shocking cross.
And just hoof it. Clear it. Clear it.
Oh my god, look at...
Ladapo's
they're on the
through.
attack here.
Ladapo, come on. Keep going, please don't mess this up, Ladapo. Ladapo hits it. Ladapo... Oh! Yes! Ladapo's done it! Come on, what a goal! Yes! Come on! What a fucking strike! Come on!
What have we just
seen? Come on! What a goal! Get in! Come on! The goalkeeper's run up and everything. Come on! What a goal!
Oh my! You know what? There's not much I can say because what a finish! I mean, it's a sensational strike.
I'm thinking in that situation, what is he doing there? Hitting it, but he takes it on. What a goal! Wow. I mean, if you're a Wednesday fan, you're heartbroken.
Oh, that is just shocking.
Oh my god. Last kick of the game. Come on! Wow. That is unbelievable. I mean, it looked like in that situation, I was saying to clear the ball.
My dad just walked in and he's a Wednesday fan, by the way. And if people know in the chat, I'm not a Wednesday fan, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I support Wednesday because my dad's a Wednesday fan. And he's just come in and threw his hands in the air and said, "What the fuck was that from Izzy Brown?"
And he's blown the whistle.
Shocking. Take nothing away from the finish. It was a great goal. But my word, what on earth have I just seen there?
Oh my god!
Unbelievable. I mean,
wow.
It's a fantastic finish. But Wednesday went all out. The corner from Izzy Brown was absolutely woeful, and it's just a massive. It's just a big punch to the gut for Sheffield Wednesday.
I mean, I didn't think we'd go and win it. But somehow, Ladapo, just, he thinks in that situation, I was thinking to myself, what's he doing there, taking on the shot? He goes for it in the end.
But when he plays, it's crying.
Oh, man, honestly. It's a brilliant, brilliant goal. And you know what, as we said, the red card, it changed this match completely. It was a large spell where, you know, at the end of the day, Wednesday, you would have thought would have gone on and won it at the very least. We've had it. We're playing Rotherham. We had the goal that went in. The mistake at the back from Johansson came as an own goal from on a Sunday. But literally, probably the only chance I would have said Rotherham had within the last 15-20 minutes. They made the most of it.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, I'm just speechless after that. And you go from Wednesday getting the equalizer, throwing every single attacker that was on their bench onto the pitch. You have that corner in the last. You think the corner's gonna be the last kick of the game, and the ball in from Izzy Brown's absolutely woeful. Rotherham go on the break, and fair play to the Ladapo. Since he came on, didn't have much to do. He was just kind of pressing, and I think they just kind of brought him on to see the game out. But he gets that chance at the end. Wednesday don't close him down. He thinks, you know what, I'm having a shot here, and it's a phenomenal strike into the bottom corner. And I don't know about that, but I think he's probably just earned his place in the team for the next game.
I think he might have after that. I mean, I've changed the score, Russ. I'm on it. I've just changed it, but I mean that is mental, isn't it? It was one of those where I was like, the last 15 minutes of the game, you're just happy in that situation. Take a point because it changed the entirety, the whole complexion of the match. But wow, I mean, I need a breather. I need a breather after that. Because you think to yourself, 1 minute you're thinking you're probably going to go on and lose it from the corner, and then the next you've won it with an absolute screamer.
Oh. And even the chances that the Patterson header that should have been a goal. Wednesday chances, and all of a sudden Rotherham strike when they've not had a shot probably since Smith went off. They've probably not had a shot on goal, and then they go up the other end and score. Fair play to Matt Crooks; he did brilliant there at the end of the game, to send that ball over to Ladapo. But Wednesday were caught cold, and unfortunately, that's football. It's not over till the fat lady sings, and Rotherham took their chance at the end of the game.
It is. Honestly, you're spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. I mean, let's take away obviously the goal for a second. It was a very, very good game to watch. Both teams coming into this with a lot on the line in terms of a relegation battle, but a massive, massive 3 points for the mighty Millers. Come on. And obviously for Wednesday, first game for Darren Moore in charge. He went for it, didn't he? At the end of the day, you've got to give him credit. He went for the 4 up top, but ultimately, the last kick of the game won it for Rotherham there. And I am probably going to go into overdrive in a second because my heart rate went from about being normal to unbelievably high. But I've got to say, what an incredible, incredible match indeed. We will definitely do a lot more EFL ones in the future if you guys want them, of course, when our teams are on TV, because it's always nice to do these types of games. And of course, we'll do other EFL ones as well. Don't forget, we've got more streams coming up in the next few days. Tomorrow, Liverpool taking on Chelsea. Looking forward to that one, Will.
I really am looking forward to it. It's massive just in terms of if you want to get the top 4. If Liverpool want to get in the top 4, then it's a game they need to win. Obviously, drop points tonight by Leicester. And I believe Wilfried Zaha has just scored for Crystal Palace.
Oh, wow. I'm guessing that game's quite late in.
71st minute. I saw that one of my mates sent me a gif of Zaha. So I think Zaha might have put Crystal Palace. I mean, you might be better off checking the chat. But yeah, it's a massive game for Liverpool. And, they got the win against Sheffield United. They're in hopefully they start picking the form up a bit more. Fabinho's apparently back. Jota could be back, which is really good news. So yeah, big massive game, and I can't wait to watch it.
Should be a very good game indeed. We've got a few more watch-alongs to come on the channel over the next few days. Don't forget, Friday night, Schalke taking on Mainz. That's from 7:25. Another relegation battle in Bundesliga. Could it be as dramatic as this game tonight? And then on Saturday, it's a clash at the top of the table. Bayern Munich taking on Dortmund. That's live from 5:20 with Rowan and Kieran L. Straight after that, I'll be live with the 6th round of the UK Open with the darts. Should be a very, very good stream. And then the day afterwards, I'll be live at 7:10 for the semi-finals and the finals of the UK Open. Lots of darts content to come over the next weekend. Looking forward to that indeed. Don't forget, if you're a darts fan, an interview with Devon Peterson is available on the YouTube channel. Really good interview with the African warrior ahead of the UK Open on Friday. And then don't forget, if you haven't taken part already, we have our UCL FIFA Sim tournament. It's free to play. We need 32 players to play in this tournament. You don't need an Xbox or a PlayStation. The AI will sim it for you, but you could win a cash prize if you play along. If you want to play, put your name down in the comments below. Greatly, greatly appreciated indeed. I know there's a few of you guys that have put your name down today, which is always nice indeed. Once again, if you haven't checked out our social media, then please do. Our Twitter is at the _top corner, and our Instagram is the _sports corner_. Do check those out if you haven't already. We tweet out and post on Instagram when we go live on our YouTube, as well as when we post our articles, which are available on the sports-corner.com. Do go and check the website out. The link is in the description and in the chat as always. We've got some new articles available every single day, including a piece that Q&L put up about Celtic's potential new managers. Well worth checking that out indeed. Whew, well, probably one of the best watch-alongs I think we've ever done on this channel in terms of drama. Carl's put, cheers guys. This is probably one of my favourite watch-alongs to date. Sad it's over. See you all next time. And then Austin saying, top 10 best Josh reactions. Honestly, not the best night for you.
I tell you what, it's got to be up there with the best in terms of reactions.
I mean,
along with the Aaron Zahavi goal reactions to the Euros. Just I really enjoyed the game. It was, it was a typical derby game. Both sides very evenly matched. I mean, but I thought the Rotherham goal was very good. The Wednesday goal was a bit scrappy, and then towards the end, it looks like Wednesday are pushing. Going to win the game with all the attackers on the field. Ladapo breaks and scores, and It's one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen to any game ever. Never mind just a Wednesday game, just in games in general.
It's mental, isn't it? To go from the corner to the goal, it kind of feels like the Watford situation with the penalty to them scoring the goal. It's unbelievable, but
it really is similar because Wednesday had that corner, everyone up, the corner's shocking, Rotherham break and Ladapo smacks it in. I'm still lost for words, but fair play to Rotherham, got the win. But it wasn't a bad start to Darren Moore's career at Wednesday. We'll have to see what they can, if they can push on after this result.
Absolutely. Damien Ripley put in the chat, getting up the Millers, what a winner. Come on, lad. Honestly, massive thank you for all of you joining tonight. There's been a hell of a lot of you in here, as I said. If you've enjoyed the EFL streams, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription if you are new. We are pushing towards 1,900 subscribers on the channel, so if you haven't subbed already, then please do, because we will do more EFL watch-alongs in the future. But honestly, massive thank you tonight. Well, I know the game didn't go your way, but what a watch-along.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us. It was a brilliant watch along. We've watched Champions League games in the past and they've been completely boring, but you can't beat a good old Yorkshire derby in the Championship on a Wednesday night. So I've enjoyed it. Thanks for having us.
No, very welcome indeed. And thanks to all of you for joining the stream. As always, we'll be back tomorrow for the Premier League. Liverpool taking on Chelsea should be another brilliant match to watch. But as for now, have a fantastic morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll hope to see you again soon on the Sports Corner. Good night.